Podcast League now. Starring the Casablanca Kid. He turns good taste into bad. Movie hero. He has a stutter, but he's smooth like butter. And Pez, with the ability to Pez.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Movie Hero Network. And this is Podcast League Now. Yes, we do whip that out every now and then, but we are kicking off our wrap-up to the 2025 festive series here with our bottom 12 worst movies of 2025. Kicking off the Podcast League series, we'll be hitting our honorable mentions of the year next week, and then the best of 2025 next week. But we start at the bottom and work our way up. But I got a fun panel here with me tonight, so we're starting out with a fresh new guest here at the Podcast League now and doing her first ever countdown ever on any show. Rhonda, what's up, Rhonda?
Hey, how are y'all doing?
Good. She saw quite a few movies because she saw just about everything I saw in the theater, almost. A few ones I saw on my own, but she saw at least over 100, so she did very, very well. So she logged them all as well, and she's got her countdown. But some other folks that I enjoy hanging out with very much and talking bad movies with. JPO, Jordan Owens. How's it going, buddy?
What's up, everybody here? Yeah, always fun to talk about the movies that didn't quite tickle our fancy in the year 2025.
Oh, yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. Richie Goodacre, how's it going, Richie?
Yeah, going good. Overall, actually pretty solid year for movies, but hey, there's always, it's never going to be a perfect year, and there's always going to be the stinkers. And hey, I like talking about the stinkers, the fight box, as Chris Niles would say. The bottom of other puns for bad movies. But yeah, it's fun to talk about. So yeah, that's a fun discussion.
Yeah, and how it's going to work tonight is we'll go around the horn. Everybody will kick things off with their number 12s. Actually, we're going to start with our dishonorable mentions as we get going. So if you guys got a few dishonorable mentions you want to throw out there before we get into the actual countdown, we can do so. And yeah, as we count down, what we're going to do is once we get to the actual numbers, we'll start with our number 12, obviously. And if somebody has a movie that is a little further down on the list, specifically 2 spots or higher, so nothing right afterwards. If you have somebody has something at 12, another one at 11, just say so. You guys can go ahead and talk about that movie. But if somebody has something, let's say at number 12, and another person has that exact same movie at like a number 7, just simply say punt, and we will punt that movie till it gets to its lowest position on that countdown, and then we will discuss that movie. At least the people who had it on their list will discuss that movie. And yeah, that's how that works. So if you have it a little higher then the other person, just say so, the word punt, and we will punt it till later. But yeah, we'll start out with some dishonorable mentions to get things going. By the way, I'll have little tickers at the bottom here and update the movies as we get going, so everybody can kind of see what we're talking about and keep up and keep track of what we've talked about so far. JPO, any dishonorable mentions you'd like to get out of the way first? Maybe some of those ones just outside of that bottom 12 there.
I'd say how many do you want?
Like just
5?
4 or 5, just kind of like you do. What
all right, fair. Because I could give you about 10, 15 if you really want. But
if you want to rattle off like 5 or 10, that's fine. I don't care. Rattle them off quick. That's fine with me.
Yeah, Right Outside. I've mentioned before. Daniel's Gotta Die, a comedy that features Iggy Pop and Bob Saget. That sounds funny that it should be. Woman in Cabin 10, thriller with Keira Knightley that just kind of bored me. Played Dirty, a Tubi movie with Ron Perlman. I know someone else might mention Star Trek Section 31. Love Hurts with Ki Kwan. Flight Risk wasn't great. Fountain of Youth, Electric State, Brick, Hell of a Summer. There you go.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Richie, any dishonorable mentions you want to throw out there?
Jurassic World Rebirth. Don't know. I still don't know what Rebirth, to be honest. There's nothing. Very, very boring. Fixed. An animated, really raunchy movie from the creators of Afro Samurai Jack. where a dog is about to get neutered, so he goes on a sex binge, essentially. Yeah, quite yeah. I mean, quite horrendous, but I wasn't expecting much, so that's why it didn't make my honorables. Yeah, love hurts. Not a great film. The chemistry's not there with Kiwi Kwan and Aaron DeBose. And yeah, it's pretty much. Honestly, that's pretty much it for me. I only got like 3 dishonorables as far as I know. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. Rhonda, any dishonorable mentions you want to throw out there? What you got?
I have like 3.
Okay.
Okay, so Conjuring Last Rites. It was one of my dishonorable mentions. Love Hurts, and a movie on Netflix that was not good called Fall for Me.
Fall for Me. I haven't heard that one. JP, you seen that one? You're the Netflix guy.
It was very.
I don't know what that is.
It's
Fall
a
for Me.
foreign movie, and it's
Okay, fair enough. I always go to JPO for like the streaming stuff because he watches a good fair amount of the streaming stuff that pops up. But maybe if it was a foreign flick, you didn't watch it. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, and for me, I also have Love Hurts with Ki Kwan. Get a better agent, Ki. I love you, but you need a better movie agent. Flight Risk with Mark Wahlberg. I did get some enjoyment out of it, but yeah, really a movie that relies on really stupid characters to keep the plot moving. After the Hunt, which I just thought was not only boring, but just had nothing to say about its subject matter, at least nothing new to say or new angles to take. Just didn't do anything for me. Presence, I know some people disagree with me. I thought it was kind of like a boring paranormal activity just from a different perspective. It just didn't work out for me and didn't do much. And then Hell of a Summer as well, JPO. Yeah, I just thought kind of it was a misfire, a swing and a miss. A good effort, but mismarketed and also just not very good at either thing it was trying to do, whether it was comedy or the slasher movie. I just didn't think did either one particularly well. So yeah,
hey, I do watch foreign films. I watch the movie Brick I mentioned earlier is a German film. So it's funny. If you look at my letterboxing review within the year, it's like the pie chart is like 99% USA. And it's like you also watched one German film.
Just one. Yeah, that's all right.
You
I got a little eclectic last year.
Yeah.
Did you watch it because it's called Brick and that's your favorite one of your favorite films?
No, it looked like, because the thing is, it looked like Cube, where like they wake up in their apartments like completely like shuttered off, and they're like, what's going on?
The one where
and
they
got
have
the one
like,
dude that's been in other movies.
That's right, the brick wall behind the door, and they can't get through it. I saw the preview for that, but I didn't watch it. Yeah.
Interesting premise, just didn't work for me. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, those movies can work, but you got to sustain it. Yeah, no, I understood. Yeah. All right, so let's get to the actual countdown here. What do you say? Can we let our special guest go first? Let Rhonda go first here, and rattle off our.
She's definitely eager. She's eager to go.
All right, yeah, you're a special guest, so why don't you go ahead and give us your number 12? We'll see if it's higher on anybody's list first off. So,
well, it's not because it's Presents.
Presents, okay. All right. All right. Well, go ahead. You're the only one who has it on your official list, so go ahead.
What am I supposed to say? I didn't like
whatever you want to say about it.
Why did it suck?
The reason that it sucked because it didn't go anywhere. I mean, it's supposed to be from a ghost perspective, and I mean, nothing happened until the very end, and I was like, whatever. The camera just kept moving around, so I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, that's all we ever know. Like, why did it make your list? Just you don't have to, go for 10 minutes. Just give us, a minute or so. Just why did it make your list? What didn't you like about it?
I will say I'm one of the probably the few that said I liked it. There is if you want to do jog memory, there's a like scene that's like uncomfortable where I don't know whether Lucy Liu and the son has a closer relationship than they should have. It's very odd, but anyway.
Yeah. I do agree. I think it had some plot threads that just kind of left there, things that set up that don't go anywhere. Yeah, and just I didn't like it either. But all right, JPO, kick us off with your number 12, if you would, please.
Recent ASAP question we watched last night's 2025 trivia. Name the 3 Batista films. I'm only talking about one of them though, because I still haven't seen Trap House because I don't spend $10 for Trap House. But I did see In the Lost Lands, unfortunately. Afterburn could also be honestly kind of a dishonorable mention, but Afterburn is Lost Lands is on mine. Bumpez.
Yeah, we are punting in the Lost Lands for a little later.
Fine.
So hold that thought on in the Lost Lands because we will punt
Right
that
on.
later. Yeah, it's a little higher on my list, so that'll be your number 12, and we'll get to that here in a minute. I need to update my tickers here. I had to relook up how you spell presence. That's one of those like tricky ones where it's like how many S's are in there?
I guess it was a decent speller, but that one's always fucked me up. Yeah.
Just
And the rest.
See, and I still screwed it up on here trying to type it. All right, presence. There we go. So save that. All right, her number 12 is presence. Your number 12, as we kick it off, is In the Lost Lands. And sorry, I wasn't typing. That's my fault. All right, JPO's 12 is In the Lost Lands, which we'll punt till later. Richie, what you got at number 12?
Yeah, I think I'll get to talk about this. My number 12 is A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey.
Okay.
This movie, so it's like the whole marketing to this movie is like, hey, Margot Robbie is it's pretty hot, right? So it's Colin Farrell. He's a good looking dude. What if they were in the same movie and then they connected and you're like, oh yeah, and then but like it sort of wants to be like About Time, but which is also ironically got Margot Robbie in a small role. But About Time is a way better film. And yeah, like I don't know, just they've got like no chemistry. I think just because you have two hot people in the movie doesn't mean chemistry is gonna fly. There's just a lot of space where I don't think much happens. I don't even think that they're trying to force they're trying to tell you that the connection there is stronger than I believe it is. Phoebe Waller-Bridge has a weird role where she just randomly she does like weird swearing. I don't understand her sort of character. It's just weird, and there's like weird product placement for Burger King at the start there too for a while. Yeah, oh yeah, it's just a wild movie to go and it drags. So I don't know. I just thought this was a bit of a miss. As much.
All right, Big Bold Beautiful Journey, kicking off Richie's list. All right, and got a few people watching. Malcolm chiming in, saying his number 12 is Love Hurts. It's been mentioned a couple of times so far. Ki Kwan, unfortunately, a miss for him. My number 12. I don't know if anybody else saw it besides Rhonda. We'll see if it's higher on her. I haven't seen her list, so I don't know what order she has what and whatnot. So I told her not to tell me. But my number 12 is Self-Help.
Mine is higher.
It's higher than that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll punt. So we're punting that till later, I guess. Okay, all right, fair enough. So we were punting Self-Help, which we may have been the only people who saw it. We were the only ones in the theater, that's for sure. All right. We are back around to Rhonda and your number 12, or number 11. What you got?
Flight Risk.
Risk.
We can talk about it now.
Do you have it close?
It would be my next one.
Okay, fair enough. Well, y'all both go ahead and talk about Flight Risk, and Rhonda, you kick us off. Talk about Flight Risk.
I didn't like Flight Risk because nobody was paying attention to Mark Wahlberg in it. I mean, they kept making poor decisions in the movie, so it just, I mean, he was probably the funniest thing about it at times, but I don't know. I don't like Topher Grace.
She doesn't like it. She's like a Giovanni Ribisi for me. She's just not a fan of Topher.
I didn't like him either. So anyway, it just wasn't good to me.
Didn't we see a trailer for something he's going to be in soon that you're like, oh no, like something that he's like in the ensemble? I forget what it was, but there's something coming out soon.
Topher or Giovanni?
Topher.
Imagine Topher and Giovanni were in the same thing.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't mind the Topher thing, and then she would hate the other. We'd hate it for different reasons. Yeah.
I mean, the whole plot wasn't that great. So anyway, all right. Yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Okay. All right, fair. And Richie, this is your number 11 or 10.
Yeah. As you probably noticed when we did when you did our countdown on GPS channel, I had this a bit higher, but I totally had forgotten about something that will come up later that needs to be on the list. But yeah, I mean it's fun, but yeah, the whole movie falls apart if they just watch Mark Wahlberg, and also Topher Grace's character is just annoying. He's just an annoying dude. So I don't really. If anything happened to him, I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't really. I don't know. Wouldn't care. They're like, I don't know. One not too low, but you think the movie's over, then it's not. Like, okay, that was a weird tacked on thing, and yeah, I don't know. It was just, and then it has one of the worst taglines from it. I mean, it's cool. It's a cheesy line in the movie. Y'all want a pilot, but it's on the poster, and that's fucking stupid. So, yeah, that's why it's like number 11. But you can have fun with it. But it's still bad, and I can't believe Mel Gibson directed this movie. I think he just turned the camera on and sat there.
So it's your number 11, is what you're saying. So okay, cool. All right, sounds good. All right, so that is Ron is number 11, and it's also Richie's number 11. So we jumped over JPO for just a second, but we're coming back to you, JPO, for your number 11. What you
got? It's called Nuked. It's new. Anyone seen Nuked with
Nuked?
Justin
Like
Bartha?
Like NUKED.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
with National Treasures, Justin Bartha. What? Okay.
Yeah. The guy that never got to have fun in The Hangover, Justin Bartha. Yeah. So he's having a birthday party along with Anna Camp. They're celebrating his birthday, and they invite some friends over. A couple faces you might have seen from other things, Lucy Punch, amongst a couple others here, and they find out a nuclear missile is heading towards them, so they all go down to the basement for the next 80% of the movie here.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of unlikable characters, not very funny dialogue here. Just again, I love an ensemble. I'm really hurt when an ensemble just has nothing much to say or do. There's usually one of these every year. Like I talked about a movie Reunion last year that had a lot of good faces. This reminds me of that, where I'm just like, the premise is kind of there, but you don't care about the characters. You don't really laugh much at all, and the outcome's kind of whatever as well here. And then Natasha Leggero's really wasted as well. And sometimes like third build too, depending on where you look. So yeah, Nuked.
Okay. Sounds good. I haven't seen that one. I guess I'll skip it. Malcolm number 11 is Another Simple Favor. I haven't seen either one of those Simple Favor movies.
I liked it. It's not enough to be on the list, but it's a point.
I just heard it was very contrived, like at least a lot of situations.
Yeah, it's a bit silly. It's a bit silly in the third act, I'll say that.
All right. Well, Richie's threw out his number 11 already of Flight Risk.
Hey, the Topher Grace movie we're all gonna have to watch though.
What's that?
It's called Buddy. It's a horror comedy from the guy that did The Fun Size from VHS Halloween.
Okay.
And it's got him, Kristen Milioti, Keegan-Michael Key, Michael Shannon, and Penn Oswalt. A brave girl and her friends must escape a kids' TV horror show. So just saying, like fun, that's a cool cast. We all liked Fun Size. Yeah. You're gonna see Topher Grace this year.
Well, and the movie we saw the trailer for that he's in is that Glenn Powell movie, How to Make a Killing.
Yeah.
Where he's
is he in that? I was trying to look it up. That must have a weird year then. Why did I?
Yeah, if you look up his Wikipedia.
Oh, I see. It's a boring poster. I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
Sorry, the poster is literally just a tiny horse thing. Okay.
It looks like the Polo Ralph Lauren logo, and that's it.
I get what they're doing.
Yeah, I get
it. That other movie you mentioned it sounds like the Firefly Funhouse. that kind of
the makeup poster right now is just a giant unicorn with like bandages and an axe. It looks like he was on fire.
I'm down for the premise. I like that Fun Size short from VHS.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to see which segment he directed. Yeah, it looks like he was the Fun Size guy.
Hell yeah, well, it makes sense. Maybe he's just kind of pseudo expanding on that, so I'm cool with that.
Yeah, we all said like that's one that seemed like could be expanded by a guy. So that tracks that he's now literally doing that.
Yeah, totally. All right, so moving on to my number 11. This might get punted. I have a feeling, but I'll go with Strangers Chapter 2. No.
Didn't.
I ain't paying for it till it's free on Stars.
Oh, he's waiting till it's free. Okay, so JP hasn't.
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
I did say it will be coming soon, so give me a few months. It'll retroactively be there, I'm sure, because I hated part 1.
For sure.
Yeah, I'll watch it later. I didn't actually bother.
Okay. So Stranger Chapter 1, I'm pretty sure nobody enjoyed, and we all thought, oh god, it's just gonna be, are they even gonna follow through with this trilogy, or are they even gonna keep going? They are gonna keep going, because doesn't the next one come out like next month? They're gonna just rip the band-aid off and just get it out there. They're definitely not gonna wait another year. But yeah, I just I was like, maybe he can improve it a little bit because I'd heard Rennie Harlan and then like did some reshoots to this one to maybe try to like better it a little bit. But whatever they did, it didn't help. There's like one or two brief sequences that do some okay tension. There's one in like a hospital morgue that's okay. But then everything else, it does backstory we don't need about Tamara. We don't care. The whole movie is one long chase sequence about a character we really didn't give that much of a shit about in the first movie. There's a random like Revenant style like fight with a boar in the middle of this movie out in the woods that just is not needed. A really bad CGI boar with the main girl fighting her like out of nowhere. It's just, this has nothing to do with the strangers. Again, it's just a movie that doesn't really need to exist. You could, if you wanted to retool the strangers, you could have just done it in one movie. We just have not needed it. And I'm afraid the third one's going to be even worse with the directions it's going to go. So Strangers Chapter 2, the big.
We're not even a month away. February 6th. They dropped the trailer 4 days ago. I didn't even see the trailer.
We've seen the teaser a couple of times attached to some movies, and they're just getting it out there. I'm sure just to again kill it dead and see if maybe they can even make a few bucks in February. But at this point, anybody who's still interested, it's I know this one kind of flopped, even though the budget's really low. So I think it's already done, so they're just getting it out there. But not good. Not good. So, all right, let's keep it on rolling. And Rhonda, what is your number 10?
One that you saw with me that I was just not that I didn't like anymore.
Okay.
Jane Austen Wrecked My Life.
Jane Austen Wrecked My Life. I was with her when she watched this movie. Okay. I don't think anybody else is going to have this on their list, so go ahead.
The reason why
I'm not sure what this is.
Yeah.
It's a love triangle between this woman and these two men. It was supposed to be a comedy, but I was very disappointed in it. It just didn't go anywhere for me. I know he didn't like it because
well, listen, movies like this, I took her to see it because she was interested in the trailer. I rate movies like this in my official ratings, NFM, aka not for me. So I feel like I can't rate these movies because it's movies I would not see anyways. Like it just
you don't like French romantic comedy films?
Yeah, and it's like this and JPO when we took her daughter to see like these anime movies that came out last year, like that Demon Slayer movie that made a bunch of money, all that kind of stuff. Like those are NF. They're not for me. I would not go to see it otherwise. It's not for me. I don't care.
I was gonna say you pulled the rare nobody on Letterboxd in our circle has seen this movie.
Yes. So I just don't even rate this stuff because I wouldn't have gone to see it in the first place.
We went and seen it at an independent theater anyway, and I thought, okay, maybe this will be good. Nope.
So she really did not have a good time with it.
I didn't. I was very disappointed when I came out of that theater, and I said, well, that was disappointing.
Okay.
So there you go.
Fair enough. All right, Jane Austen Wrecked My Life. Rhonda's number 10. Okay. Hey, well, you got one that nobody else in the community can brag about seeing. So there you go. You got a unique one. So JPL, we'll move on to you. What is your number 10?
Dark Match.
Dark Match. Another one unique to you, I believe. So go ahead.
Come on, Lonely Marks. A Shudder Jericho horror movie about wrestling.
I almost really did the other day, but you've been so railing on this that you're the only one who was kind of telling me to like it. Yeah,
I don't want to. Yeah, but I mean, like maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my expectations. Not that I have heavy expectations for it, but like, there's a couple of cool ideas there, like the tape death match, where like they, the glass on the hands, but like legitimately having to do it, like that's on paper kind of cool here, but not the best acting. The main girl I think is decent. There's the one guy who does the voices for Grand Theft Auto and Walking Dead. He's fine. People kind of around him's not great. Jericho, I don't know if it was because he was written to be this kind of like stone-faced cult leader that I don't think he's very good, or maybe it's just a bad part. Unfortunately, for the only wrestler that I recognize, I don't think he used like Canadian local wrestlers or not, but he's the only known wrestler I know of in there. I don't know. The ending's okay, so it's definitely not high on my list, but obviously it's on my list. So I just didn't enjoy it here. The budget's there, the budget's not there, the acting's not there. No real scares. A couple of okay moments, and that's about it.
Yeah, it's a shame. She loves Chris Jericho too. So, but at least she loves Terrifier 3, and he's in that movie for a minute. So,
Yeah,
gets
2 and
adjusted.
3. Yeah, he
Yeah,
bookends them.
it gets a little adjusted. Yeah, well, they filmed his stuff
Yeah.
for 3. They just tacked the
Yeah.
setup of him onto the post-credit scene of 2. But yeah, his main death is in 3. So, there we go. Malcolm chiming in his number 10 is The Alto Nights with Robert De Niro in the Dual Role. The Dual Role thing, it was a weird like theme of the year because you had Robert De Niro with that. You obviously had Michael B. Jordan with Sinners. You had the Elle Fanning and Predator Badlands. So you had a lot of people pulling.
Sinners was better.
Double duty.
You really like
Yeah,
Sinners,
Sinners.
but not me.
Yeah,
Could you
Sinners a
milk
little
a
better.
cat? That's my dinner.
All right, Richie, what is your number 10? What do you got?
I'll just bring a comment that I think it's weird that like you think about like Kurt Angle, right? Like he's really good like that the acting within the wrestling context. You put him in an actual movie, he's horrible.
It's tough, man. Yeah, he's another one that like no, he's just a bad actor.
And he applies to Jericho. Like he's really good in a wrestling context. He's like
I almost want to blame the script and not Jericho, because like Jericho again. We really haven't been able to prove it wrong or right, because like he's okay in Reboot, like Jay and Bob. He's also barely in it, so.
But he has one scene, yeah. So he hasn't really got anything media. No,
right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my next one. I mean, the first one wasn't great, so I don't know what I was getting in the second one. But I thought, hey, they're gonna expand on it. They'll just send things up. So the second one will just be more action. No, this is boring as fuck. I don't know. And they're going to keep making these movies because they make money. Friday Nights at Freddy's 2. This franchise is very popular. It seems my theater was pretty packed, and I don't see that much these days, unfortunately. So I mean, good for the theater chain. But yeah, this movie it's just boring. It gets like sort of nonsensical for me. It doesn't do much if you haven't really played the games. I've dabbled in the games, but it doesn't like it gets bogs you down with exposition sometimes. Not as much as another movie that will come on this list, but definitely bogs you down in exposition. I think again these movies probably wouldn't happen if he just like didn't look after. Like if he got someone else to look after his sister somehow, because he's just like man, he's just getting into trouble all the time, man. And I don't know, the animatronics don't look great. I like the idea of like of Friday Nights at Freddy's and the Chuck E. Cheese, so that animatronics being killers. But I think it also is maybe pigeonholed by being PG-13. I understand like it's probably because they want the kids and stuff to
The only reason it's making money. This is the perfect fucking
I understand.
And Blumhouse even came out and said this movie was strictly for the fans and no one else. And they didn't care if anybody else.
I understand from like that perspective that you want like younger people in the theater, but it's just like but when you're like doing kills and stuff, it's just kind of like it just comes across as lame. Like I guess he's dead. Oh okay, that's like but yeah like an actual. Like in an alternate universe, a hard R-rated Freddy's would be kind of cool. But yeah, like, so I get it.
Borderland.
But it's Borderland. Don't mention that.
No, Willy's Wonderland, a better movie.
Oh, Willy's Wonderland. Yeah.
What do you think I said?
Borderlands.
Oh, what?
No,
it's a weird bit.
I think you said Borderlands, which Borderlands is worse than this movie. But yeah, I know these movies are boring. I feel like Josh Hutcherson is bored throughout, and but he's probably gonna have to at least do another one of these so they make money. So what do I know? Like,
I definitely I don't blame Hutcherson. I think that character is boring.
I think that character literally snoozes through the first movie.
Yeah,
like he has nothing to do.
It's the media's best paying role he's probably had in years. I don't think Josh is necessarily phoning it in.
Well, and isn't Skeet Ulrich in that movie? I haven't seen it yet, Richie, but isn't Skeet Ulrich in there? But I heard a thing of like, how do you have Skeet Ulrich and Matthew Lillard in the same movie and they don't share a scene together? Like that seems like a missed opportunity.
Well, if you saw the first one, it would be kind of hard for that to make sense to a degree.
Although, sure, but still, make it work. Make it work somehow. Who cares? Like if it makes sense or not.
Yeah. Kind of like to say a lot with that. Like, I don't know if anyone know. Have you seen Friday Nights at Freddy's 2?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, like, they kind of. It's almost like I don't know. Maybe Lillard's characters just have this sense of like there's a sense that maybe his character isn't gone, but it's like there's also that sense with Stu. So it's like he needs to kind of make a statement. Like, no, my characters are dead, guys. Yeah.
Well,
so I don't know.
I wouldn't say that, especially if he actually is. I don't know. I'm sure he's
well,
keeping
no,
up
I
with
mean
the
it
show.
makes sense for Freddy, the Five Nights at Freddy's things. There's the whole, I don't even know how to explain that. There's like the ghost and afterlife thing. So, yeah, no, I mean, they say after the first one that like his character's still kind of around. His physical body's dead, but not the whatever.
Yeah,
ghost,
there are dead characters inside the
animatronic,
Freddy's
whatever.
animatronics, so
Bullshit.
people can live on. In those things. So
the Scream one is the one that we're all confused about with the trailer, and we're wondering what that is. Yeah.
I think it's a flashback, but anyway.
All right. That's another discussion for another day. My number 10, we'll see if it gets punted. My number 10 is Disney's Snow White. Punt. Okay, punt for Rhonda. Okay, sounds good. All right. So see, sometimes we have some crossovers. She just hated them more. All right, so sounds good. We are punting Snow White till later. Well, Rhonda, what is your number 9?
After the Hunt.
After the Hunt, okay, which I mentioned in my dishonorables, but you can talk about it. Go ahead.
All right, guys, I'll try to describe this better. It was too long, boring, and I just didn't like it. I didn't like the way that the storyline, I didn't like the story at all. So, and Kevin Kline was probably the only thing good about it, but the Julia Roberts, no. And then that's it. I didn't like it. All I can say.
The Kevin Kline scene where he's trolling the women while they're trying to have a conversation was like the one funny part of the movie, where he keeps like playing the loud music and walking in and dropping like one dish at a time in the sink, and then like leaving and just kind of looking at him, and he comes back in 2 minutes later, drops another dish in the sink, walks out, just keeps it around, like on purpose. That was the one funny part. Yeah,
because they clearly in like and then him and they're clearly in like a loveless marriage. It's just weird.
Yeah. So she's cheating on him. Yeah.
I like this film, but I understand people not liking it. I will say I don't. Throughout the movie, there's a lot of like the clock ticking. I guess it's supposed to symbolize something. I never understood it. It was like this.
It's another like Luca Guadagnino, like we're doing a weird score, which worked for Challengers. I don't think it works for this movie. All right. Well, Rhonda goes with After the Hunt. Malcolm chiming in with his number 9 of The Electric State from Netflix. So there you go. JPL, what is your number 9?
My Electric State, I thought there was worse. I got a Play Date with my boy Kevin James.
Oh yeah, there's speaking of streaming movies. Okay, I haven't seen it yet. So anybody else?
And on the good old Apple Plusky.
Okay.
It would be an honorable mention, but I forgot to mention it. That's why.
Okay.
Oh, here's hoping the Batista Jason Momoa movie in like 2 weeks is better. You never know with Apple Plus. There's some decent ones. I like the Cena and Elba from last year, or was it this year? I don't know. Things blend in. But
you're talking about Prime. You're talking about Prime, though, right?
By the way,
Prime.
Yeah. What did I say?
Apple Plus.
Oh yeah, shit. I kept mentioning Prime movies, so maybe. No, Prime is what I'm talking about. So yeah, no. Again, on paper, this one I don't even know if the premise is all that great on front, because I think the initial trailer is kind of like, okay, he's a dad. Is he a stepdad in this? I don't know. But he's a dad, and he sees Alton Richardson at the park, and he's just the bigger, better, brawnier dad and whatnot. But then there ends up being more of an espionage thing. The kid might be a clone, or maybe whatever. You don't really care. There's some great, like, I don't even know if I mentioned this on my countdown, where like some really great coincidental things that like he's the security guard of his clone for some reason. So he's able to like let him free, and again, like almost like ups this huge organization, and it's like why did they let him be the security guard? Like really just dumb shit. Like that makes no sense. Wastes his people. You think Alan Tudyk's the big bad? He's kind of not. He's in 2 scenes. You can cut Alan Tudyk out, and that hurts. That hurts to say because I love Alan Tudyk. So usually I would say put him in every movie. Here I can say take him out if you want to. Isla Fisher, I again felt like her character's supposed to come back. Stephen Root. They're like, he's like, my dad's never been there for me. Dad, will you help me out this time? And Stephen Root looks at me and goes, I can't do it, son. So you assume Stephen Root's gonna come back and like save the day, maybe. No, he literally just never shows up again. He literally just one scene. His dad's like a playboy and goes, I can't do it. And literally just doesn't do it. You never see him again. So all right. The jokes aren't there. It felt ADR, like maybe they were gonna make this like an R-rated movie and then backed off on that and made it more PG. I don't know. Again, the laughs weren't there. I like Kevin James. Guns Up was actually better than this. So yeah. Playdate.
Neil Goldman, the writer. Yeah, I was just looking up at the wrote anything. Just random TV episode. That's it. So not really.
Okay.
Wrote 14 episodes. 14 episodes of Scrubs. So that's something.
Oh no! See that shit. That hurts me. I wonder what season.
I like what Kevin James has been doing with this movie lately. So it's unfortunate that this is like a speed bump. I guess because like he has since Becky, he's been trying to be more serious, like with Guns Up, and then he's got one coming out which is looks a bit more serious. Like it's like I think it's like a romantic drama.
Him finding himself in like France or something. Yeah.
But it's like he's definitely trying to like be taken more seriously as an actor. But then he probably hadn't made that decision and realized he already filmed this.
No, I think he mix it up. I don't think he's necessarily like no more straight comedies. And and probably just took a chance, took the payday, and it didn't work out. It's another with the very forgettable. We won't be thinking about this movie in 2 years kind of movie.
Yeah. No, for sure. All right, so JP going with Playdate at his number 9. Richie, what is your number 9?
I think I know this is going to get punted for someone. Fear Street Prom Queen.
Oh, where are we? Yeah, we're gonna punt.
We're gonna punt that. Okay. All right, let me write that down and then move on. Prom Queen. Okay. I feel like mine might get punted as well. We'll see. Again, I don't know her list, and this might have been on one of y'all's as well. My number 9 will be The Weeknd's magnum opus. Hurry Up Tomorrow. Punt that. Okay, sounds good.
Double punt. I skipped it for me.
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. So let me write that one down for us. Hurry Up Tomorrow. All right. Well, punting the number 9 of Hurry Up Tomorrow. We punted my Snow White as well, so we'll get to those in just a little bit. All right. Hurry Up. All right. All right, just updating my tickers here. All right, well, Rhonda, we're right back to you. So what's your number 8?
Ride Hard.
Ride Hard. That is a big punt. All right, we're all punting Bry Hard. Yeah, I think that was one of our crossovers on GPS channel. So yeah, we're gonna punt that one until later. Okay. All right. So hey, hold that thought on Bry Hard. We'll get to it when we get to the highest spot. All right, and we'll all chime in on that one. So there you go. This might be a 4 for 4. One of the first ones. JPO, what is your number 8?
At the most, like this honorable mention if all 4 of us are like, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Hell House LLC, Lineage. God, there's another part to that.
I know. What a weird title. Hell House LLC Lineage. I hate
Well, I think it's always been Hell House LLC
Yeah.
from the get-go, and then there's always been either
Sure.
there's always a subtitle, not a 2 or a 3 next to it.
All right.
Yeah, so I'll talk about it briefly. Yeah, this is like the 5th in the series or so. But it's always been a handheld series or found footage series here. And the first couple work, some decent like tension of whether or not like, these it's always a clown for the most part. Isn't moving or not, little subtle things when the camera moves, comes back, just the heads move just a little bit. Fun little tension like that here. This movie decides to just go straight into acting like any kind of normal horror movie here. The one cool thing is they do attempt to kind of like tell you some stuff from perspectives of previous movies which I enjoyed, but maybe because they all blend in. There was also times where I was like, "What is it? Oh, it's referring to the second one. Oh, it's referring to the third one." So really make sure you're up on your Hell House to even keep track of that. Again, some of the acting is not the greatest here. And then again, like the scares, they're just doing it again, but from like a different angle, from a shot angle. Like it was almost just like almost like this was a remake. You know what I'm saying? Instead of it being a sequel. So didn't work for me. I like a couple of these, but this franchise I think has met its peak, and in my opinion, for sure.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to die out because, even from what I saw, the discourse on this movie from the horror fans was like, a pretty, well-known and mostly beloved series amongst found footage fans. But abandoning that concept and then just not really adding anything to it. It might have been the last stand for this franchise for sure. I think it's dead.
Okay. As long as people I bet if everyone kept watching it, Shadow keeps getting views. I wouldn't be surprised. I was 17.
Yeah, they'll go back to found footage next time. I have a feeling if they do. So, all right, Richie, what is your number 8?
Yeah, I can't believe I missed this one on the other list because it needs to be here. This movie makes it's. I know what you did last summer.
Okay, all right.
That should be a mention for me. Yeah, I've got some problems with this movie. Go ahead. Yeah,
this movie makes no sense. But they actually without going to they don't actually do anything wrong in the first time. They don't do anything. The actual incident. If they just called, and it's one of those things. I feel like there's a theme within these this list. If they just called the cops, this movie wouldn't happen. They didn't actually do anything wrong. It wasn't like the original where that they threw guy's body, and then. Yeah, the twists, and the reveals make no sense if you think about it for 5 seconds. You're like, okay, but then why would you do that? Just because movie. All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Then
We got to keep this runtime going, baby. Only reason.
There's this big, huge reveal, and their motivations again, make no sense. It's just So it's just to do something, and then they're very confident this is going to make money because at the end they try to set up. I still know you did last summer.
Setup on setup. Whoa.
Yeah. Are we gonna have a sequel with the same name? Yeah, that's gonna be stupid.
Yeah.
To do that as well.
They try to set that up, but it's supposed to be like a sequel, but it's also like the same names that. Yeah, this it's almost like I would love I should have had a spoiler conversation because there's so many every.
Off air. Let's talk a little bit more because I've been wanting to rag on this for a minute.
Okay, fair enough. I saw it as well. I had it in that sort of 4.5 out of 10 territory, which is not quite enough to make it on this list.
There's enough that I kind of liked, but there's enough that really annoyed me.
I was never
probably should have put it on there.
Bored per se, so that's why it didn't quite make my list of movies that were more boring kind of thing. But it is bad. The more it's almost
a fun bad watch. Almost on
Richie and I agreed. The more you pick apart the movie, the worse it gets. It's
always We'll talk off here. There's some really wow the fuck that doesn't add up.
Yeah. So I think it's ambitious that they went the setting up a still no, but I don't know if that's gonna happen.
So I will say I was just gonna update you on how successful or not successful the movie was. It's hard to tell. Budget of 18 million plus some marketing, I would assume. So you're probably in maybe at least 20 million in marketing, I would imagine, at least something. I saw a decent amount of trailers for this. Gross 64 million worldwide. I don't think that's enough. I think if they had hit 100, maybe. But 64 million doesn't seem like a runaway success. So
I can't imagine still going to either. I feel like if they do just do it, it'd probably make less because I don't think this movie didn't get reviewed.
Right.
Got panned basically. So I don't know. I feel like it's too much of a risk.
For sure. All right. So I know what you did last summer, coming in at number 8 for Richie. All right. So we're going to my number 8, which I'm fairly confident will also get punted. My number 8 is Amy Schumer's Kinda Pregnant. Punt that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm
Okay.
muted. I was yelling punt, punt. While I was
Punt.
muted.
Okay. No, I figured it was. So I knew that was coming. So a few of mine will get talked about in a little while. All right. Kind of pregnant. I'm going to save that one. Okay. We are at number 7. So moving right along here. Rhonda, what is your number 7?
The one that you're going to talk about too, self-help.
Self-help. Okay. Now we can talk about it because now it's higher up on hers. Okay. So you go ahead and then I'll go after you. So.
Well, I like the concept of the movie, but it didn't go anywhere for me. I mean, watching it, I like the beginning of it. That's as far as it went. So, it just didn't make sense. Mm-hmm. I didn't think it made any sense.
Yeah.
All right, your turn.
Okay. So yeah, there's a decent concept here in the opening. It's these two girls who kind of end up at this house that it's very hard to even remember. It's like it's like their mom, I think, is like dating a new guy, and he's like this self-help culty guru guy. The guy who plays him is Jake Weber, who might not ring a bell, but he was actually the main guy in the Dawn of the Dead remake. You remember that guy? The dude who they tried to make like a star for a minute, but that didn't happen. But yeah, it's him, because I was like, oh, where do I recognize that guy from? He's the dude in Dawn of the Dead, the Zack Snyder one. But anyways, he plays this like self-help, and you think it's going to go somewhere where it's like he starts to set up a cult or brainwash people, and then it just becomes like a random violence movie for literally no reason. There's a guy who has a pretty shocking death scene of like he gets motivated to mutilate himself in a crazy way, but it just kind of is there for not much reason. Kind of becomes a slasher movie in the second act, again for no real reason, and then the third act just kind of goes nowhere. They try to do a revenge plot that has no motivation behind it as well, and just leaves you on a really sour note. It's all kind of a mess, and no surprise given that it's from Eric Blomquist, who is the director of Founders Day. This is his big follow-up to Founders Day. So this is the Founders Day guy and his follow. And yeah, it barely came out in theaters. It came out in our Regal, and it was one of those like random things where it was just showing, at night, like for 1 week. They do those sometimes where it'll just have like a 7 o'clock and a 10 o'clock show just for a week. So it's like barely a release, but it was there. So we saw it on a double feature with something. And yeah, it just not a good movie. Yeah, not good acting, very messy plot line. So yeah, coming soon to a to be near you, self-help. So yeah,
it took a while for Founders Day to finally come out for free, so I don't know.
Yeah, but it's out there now. But yeah, if you're curious about his follow-up, it's not much better. I think Founders Day is a worse movie, but self-help is not much better. So still enough to make, because Founders Day was near the top of my list that year. So pretty bad.
So you're saying he's improving.
Well, maybe eventually he'll get out of a bottom 12, like you work your way up to
but he moved up is what I'm saying. He's improving. He moved up.
Sure, just a few notches. Maybe he'll make my dishonorable mentions for his next one. Yeah, you'll get
shoot
there
for that.
Yeah. Maybe 10 movies down the line, you'll be enough to just be a forgettable, mediocre movie that I forgot I saw. All right, you're getting there. Keep working, Eric. He's also in the movie, by the way. He's like one of the main characters, so that's always one of those like weird things that like they don't have enough people to be in there acting wise. So he also has to be a main character. It has Madison Lynch from The Walking Dead. She was Sophia in The Walking Dead. If anybody watched the first couple seasons of that show, anyways, but
that's it. Fucking daughter that goes missing.
Yeah, the one that goes missing that ends up at the barn. Yeah, that's that her. Okay. Yeah, growing up. So I saw her name in the credits. I was like, oh, I know that because we've been rewatching Walking Dead. So, anyways, all right, there's self-help. So
whatever happened to Carl?
Yeah, Carl was just on that show for forever, so he's probably doing okay. But JPO, what is your number 7?
It wasn't on show for that long. Shit, where we at? Back in Action.
Number 7. Back in Action. The Cameron Diaz. Where okay.
Yeah, I can actually maybe raise this. Like, I feel like this isn't an egregiously bad film, but again, it is very much as a forgettable action flick. Cameron Diaz needing the money. So did Jamie Foxx. He hasn't really been banging out bangers recently either. Here, a couple of okay side characters, but again, this is just in that family PG vein. I mean, maybe one of those NFM movies for me. You could say. But yeah, there's just not really much meat on the bone here. Yeah, Back in Action.
It just looked like one of those generic Netflix action
Which
movies.
is
So I just never got around to it.
man.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
just
this
seems
is
like
the
there's always a
epitome
couple
of
of
like
those.
a whatever streamer. Yeah.
Yeah, the one you kind of like half pay attention to in the background. You don't
Yeah, I probably
sit down
did.
and watch it. Yeah, 100%. All right, so back in action is JPO's number 7. Richie, what is your number 7?
Yeah, another movie I forgot to put it on my list, but it deserves to be here. But I understand, like, if you play the games, it'd just be a generic movie. But if someone play the games, a big fuck you. Number 7 is Until Dawn. Until Dawn.
Until Dawn. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, if you watch a movie, you think, oh, yeah, it's like a sort of a respawn movie. Okay, that's like it. And they you know, and get this. Yeah, these people sort of die, and then that, you know, it's like a almost like a fight. You know, kind of, yeah, like a fight against like sort of, yeah, like time. They die, they respawn, but they come back weaker and stuff. That's not what the movie is about. I mean, that's not what the game is about at all. The game is completely different. These people didn't play the games at all. I'm fine with, like, you know, maybe straying away from games. If you make doing an adaptation, that's fine. Like, you're gonna do what works for you. But like, to completely ignore the game and then just call it Until Dawn, it's fucking like it's ballsy. The only thing that resembles the game is right at the end, or in the snow. It's like, okay.
And Peter Stormare.
Peter Stormare.
He randomly had made sure he was there.
He's in the game though, so like he does a role in the actual game.
That's why I said that is the other connection to the game.
Right. But the problem is they tease the actual game in the post credit scene when they should have just done the game, which just pissed people off.
Yeah. Like he has more. I feel like he just has more. Yeah, like I feel like he has more impact in the game. He should have been more of a focus, but he's just and he's got a creepy presence. I like Stormare as a character actor, but yeah, it's frustrating because Until Dawn is a really cool, sort of it's a great game. You know, could you not get? I mean, I don't know what her price is, but could you not get Hayden Panettiere for this? She's in the game.
I guarantee you could have, because she was in a shitty movie no one saw, including me. I don't remember the name of it, but it was a horror movie. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they could.
I think it's called Amber Alert. I'm pretty sure I know of that movie.
Oh, but I did see that. That was 2 years ago. Okay, I don't think of something else.
Mm-hmm. Oh, maybe there was something else, but I just can't remember. But yeah, like I understand, like Rami Malek's in the game as well. Like I understand why you can't get it.
He ain't gonna do it.
He ain't doing it. But you know, yeah, it's just I don't know. Like if it was a generic horror movie, whatever, it might make my honorables just for being kind of just bland and the characters are stupid. But like, you know, but because you did yourself a disservice by just putting Until Dawn on there, because you made it worse. So yeah, that's why this makes this list.
Okay.
I thought it was all right.
Yeah, I got it. I just thought it was kind of in the middle. Like, yeah, some good, some bad. The best part of the movie was the montage they breezed over in the middle of all the deaths. I was like, oh, that looks like fun. Make that the whole movie. There was like a montage of like gnarly deaths and
like Freddy, no, stop.
Like,
deaths.
Yeah,
I like the main chick that was also in like Hellboy or Hellgirl. No, what?
Yeah,
I'm fucking up all my hells.
So the funny, the part I liked that was funny because it was unexpected is when they drink the water and the dude explodes. Yeah,
like there's enough like moments. Yeah. Again, very middle of the road. I'm not trying to defend it too much, but yeah.
Well, JPO can back me up on this one. It's a nice transition because speaking of movies that montage over the most interesting things about the movie, my number 7 is in the Lost Lands. Yes, bump for In the Lost Lands, which I know Rhonda didn't see because I went and saw on like a random night by myself, and unless Richie has it on his list, no,
it would be an honor.
This is where Rhonda should thank you for leaving her.
At No, you did the right. Yeah, you didn't miss anything.
I watched it eventually, but I just forgot about it. But yeah,
this movie's bad. Yeah, no, it's a really ugly movie to look at. It has just a weird digital color palette of like orange and red that's just very ugly on the eyes. It's very straining there. It's not very interesting. They try to set up this Mad Max-ish kind of knockoff world where there's some kind of dystopian thing where a lot of people like are in a certain area and you can't go beyond these borders. There's crazy things out there or something. Again, another one it's just a muddled plot that where I didn't really understand the character motivations. Of what's her name, Paul W.S. Anderson's wife there, and old Resident Evil. I'm like even blanking on her name. Who cares?
That's bad.
Mediocre.
Yeah. Mila Jovovich, she has like character turns that make no sense in the third act. But yeah, the most interesting thing is they hype up the whole movie that she needs Batista to get to a certain place. It's one of those like escort kind of things like you would do in a video game, and they're like, oh, it'll take us like a week to get there. So and every time the further we go out, the more dangerous it gets, or the crazy thing. And then that section of the movie they breeze right over with like an extended montage. It's the stupidest thing. I could not believe when I was watching the movie. It's like day one, and they show like Batista for 5 seconds, like fighting something, and they're like day 2, and it's them going through another. I'm like, wait a minute, like, isn't this supposed to be the thing you were building up to? Like, I want to see the creatures or the whatever. It's almost like they didn't have the budget for it, JPO. Like, oh, we don't have the budget for those monsters and the land, so like CGI. We ran out of money.
All right, you guys wanted this awesome 45-minute sequence. We don't have money for 45 minutes. Cut it down to 4 minutes.
Cut it down to 4 and just get through it. Because they have one sequence where they're on like a cable car kind of thing. It's like the one fight in like day 6 or something, of the week journey, and then they just get to the finale. So I was just kind of baffled, at the stupidity, and the misfire of the action and whatnot. And then again, character switches and motivations that I just had checked out at that point. So really bad. But JPO, you pick it up there.
Yeah, man. Just to reiterate and piggy off of you, man. Yeah, it's that very overly dark CGI that like doesn't work, and they're always on a screen, so never really involved in the world here. It's a movie that makes you think, is Batista the best actor?
He seems like he's collecting he's collecting a check like for this one. I'm pretty sure he's and again.
It's one of those like I almost wanted to like defend him and be like, man, again, like it's on paper, like could Daniel Day-Lewis bring anything much more out in this fucking character? I think they're supposed to be in love at one point, but I don't care. I don't know. Yeah, just it was a bit of a very sluggish to get through here. The way it's just stylized and even the tone of it and whatnot. So, yeah, just not really fun. At least they had a couple of okay sequences there, but the lore, whatever, just and another one too that I think they flip flopped on schedules like here and there because I think again they were like, where can we kind of like get this out, whatnot.
Yeah, it came out like in like February or something, and it was gone pretty quickly because I know this one flopped pretty bad. So it was maybe in theaters for a week and a half, something like that. Just wasn't good, not good at all. I mean, I knew it was gonna be bad from the trailers. The trailers looked atrocious, so I had no hope for it, anyways. But bad stuff. All right, Rhonda, we are to your number 6.
And that would be a movie you're going to talk about with me too.
Okay.
Hurry Up Tomorrow.
Hurry Up Tomorrow. Is it still higher? What? Okay, well, speak up. Yeah. All right. Don't just mouth it. Speak up. Okay, so Hurry Up Tomorrow. Okay, so we'll keep punting that one for now because Richie has it higher. All right, so Hurry Up Tomorrow is your number 6. All right, and okay, JPO, we are to your number 6 now.
Vicious on where the fuck did I watch it? Paramount.
Okay,
again, it's another horror movie here that the premise is okay. A little nice old lady comes up. Here's a box. You need to put these 3 things into it. Doesn't believe her. There's one cool sequence with the neighbor. Otherwise, you then just go into her being alone in the house with some jump scares. Great leading actress that just has nothing really much to do here. Again, it was kind of like, and after that first 20 minutes, the next 20 minutes after that, I was like, oh, is this the rest of the movie? It kind of was. So, Vicious didn't work for me. And also, super bland title.
I think Elle Fanning had a better year than Dakota Fanning did. That's for sure.
Dakota, my girl. Come on.
I didn't realize they made a movie about Scott Norton. That's interesting.
I'd rather watch that. That movie would have been way better.
But I do feel bad for Dakota Fanning because I'm pretty sure she was in a worst of last year with a horror movie called The Watchers, which was also
The Watchers was a boring movie. That was boring too. Yeah,
honestly, Watchers way better than this in my opinion.
Sure.
I was wondering what the fuck was up with those things outside.
That was one I
never intrigued by the story.
I definitely fell asleep to the Watchers in theaters for like a good half an hour. That was
I might have had to go home and rewatch that last little
Yeah.
mid chunk. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but no, this movie is the kind where I'm like, fucking let the box kill you or not. Let's move on.
Yeah.
I don't really care anymore.
All right, fair enough. You're rooting for the box. That's always a good sign.
I'm rooting for the ending. Like,
Yeah.
beat it or let it beat you. Let's just get there.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Richie, going to your number 6.
I mean, the stick punted Brightheart.
Yeah, Brightheart, we're still punting.
No, yeah, punt, baby.
All right, still punting Brightheart. Okay, for number 6. All right, and now we're going to my number 6, which will be Star Trek Section 31. All right. I think you had it in your dishonorable JPO. Yeah. This is Star Trek is beyond dead at this point. I think even hardcore Star Trek fans have been pretty frustrated with the different spin-offs and what. I now know this is a movie spin-off of something, one of the series. I couldn't tell you which one. The one with Michelle Yeoh, that's all I know, because she's briefly in the movie. But yeah, it's kind of the worst version of a Guardians of the Galaxy Suicide Squad sort of thing, getting the crew together, to do a job. But everybody in the crew is annoying as shit, just annoying, all trying to make jokes that none of them land. Just frantic editing where we're just bouncing from like this person. Oh geez, like we're just throwing the camera all over the place. Weird tonal shifts where it opens with like a girl killing her parents or something like that. It's really dark to like become an empress or something, and then like we're right to the jokes like right afterwards at the next scene. It's just weird, like just tonal left and right. I was throwing my hands up and checked out about an hour in. I got actively like annoyed just trying to finish and watch this movie. Just bad action, badly directed, action scenes all around, but just really, really annoying characters that I just did not enjoy. So not good. Star Trek's dead.
I would agree with that. I think again, just like Star Wars, just like anything, give a good script and it can be brought back. But like, this is not how to do it.
Yeah.
Look out for Star Trek and Starfleet Academy with Becky Lynch. There you go. I'm pretty sure she's only been in it for a bit, but yeah. I didn't realize that Michelle Yeoh, like, is she only in it briefly because she's on the poster. She's the only person on the poster.
Oh, okay.
But like, I didn't realize she's only in it briefly. But yeah, fair enough.
All right.
It's not that
Okay.
great, but it's not as much as you might think.
All right, we are into the bottom 5. Your 5 worst of the year. Rhonda, what is your number 5?
Snow White.
Snow White. Okay. I also had it on my list. Anybody else? No? Okay. All right. So me and you both had Snow White. So you go first. Go ahead.
Bad CGI.
Yes. That's true.
They could have done more with it. I mean, I feel like the dwarfs could have been practical people and not CGI. I mean, the backgrounds was bad. The acting was bad. I just did, so I'll let you talk.
Okay, no, it's all good. She thinks I'm better at describing. No, just this whole thing is just a big old mess. The script is a disaster. You've got 2 sets of dwarves. You can clearly tell they reshot like half this movie because they do have like a real set of like 7 people that come in later. These like bandits, I think is what they call them. That clearly were definitely that part of it. And then somebody was like, nah, forget that. Like make just like 7 CGI dwarves that look like the other ones, but they're complete and utter nightmare fuel. It's really bad. Nothing's real. The house is CGI, the animals are CGI, the doors are CGI, the castle CGI, and just really poorly done at that. And you could tell they were scrambling to try to finish it. $250 million this movie cost. I was like, bro, like what do we? I'm convinced this is almost a Disney money laundering scheme at some point. Like somebody's skimming off the top of those budgets and taking some of that home and just saying, oh yeah, we needed all that money for this, and just taking a little bit home with them and just charging Disney for it. Rachel Zegler, I mean, she's fine, I guess. Like I just don't think she has that much charisma in the movie. She can sing, but the song she sings are really bad. There's a song called Princess Problems. It's one of the worst original songs I've heard in a long time for this one.
Is that song where it's like what that you got to clean up or whatever? What is it? The
No, there is a cleanup song, and that cleanup song is stupid too. But no, this is another one she sings with like the prince that she doesn't have a love story with, where it's like, we all have princess problems or something like that. It's just really bad. Just her complaining about like being a prince. Like, get out of here, stop. It's really really bad. The way she beats Gal Gadot, who's on another planet in this movie, like her line deliveries are bonkers in this whole thing. But yeah, she's on another planet, and the way she defeats her is really stupid.
I like how they do a cleanup song and that talk about how it's important to clean up, and she's the only one not cleaning.
Yeah, she's just walking around like directing all the dwarves and other stuff. Yeah. And like you're the one who invaded her house. Like, yeah, grab a broom and do something. But yeah, no, just really bad. Yeah, the climax of the movie is really stupid. There's no battle or anything like the original movie, where the dwarves kind of help her, defeat the queen. Just none of that. She defeats her by remembering people's names. No, I just for real. That's the finale. She remembers people's names, so she wins. That's really, really stupid. So just a whole giant mess. Yeah, one of the worst Disney remakes. Really bad.
Did Peter Dinklage's comments really have any bearing on like their decision not to use actual?
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, but here's the thing. He said that, and then there was a ton of dwarf actors that came out and went, "No, we want work. We need work."
Hornswoggle was like, "Hey,
I'd love to be in a giant budget Disney movie that I can get residuals on. What are you kidding me? I'll play.
It's up to the producers and the director to listen. You don't have to that's one guy.
He doesn't talk for all of them. Yeah,
that's what Hornswoggle even said to Stephanie. He's like he came out as like our spokesperson. Like, who gave him that power?
Yeah, it's on the producer listening to one person. You could listen to one person. It wasn't just him that came out. It was Wee Man came out as well. So
I mean, it tracks up. Like, unfortunately, like people, midgets most likely, and Hornswoggle said we can say that. They don't get looked at for most roles. Like, they're not going to be the lover. They're not going to be the main villain 9 times out of 10. So like you're literally taking away like what could have been a role for several people. For once. Like, why?
And the one guy who does get roles outside of that is like
he's very fortunate. He does. Everything. But yeah, some of them don't, and the ones who did, were very vocal about like we could have gotten work out of this, and gotten some good paychecks here. But it's an unfortunate situation that the movie's a mess.
And would have been way better too, like even without that, I think in mind, like those CGI.
That was freaky.
Really, God. But again, you can't just use real dwarf actors who can do dancing, who can do, whatever you need them to do. It's just silly. Like, why spend an extra $100 million, for like this? Like, why? You could get people and spend way less money. That's just, it's stupid to me. I don't understand these Disney decisions sometimes. It just doesn't work. So, very bad. All right, JPO, we're into your top 5 or bottom 5. What you got?
No puns necessary for killing Mary Sue. Oh God, I'm choking my own words. All right. My weird niches are I gotta watch everything with wrestlers, and also if Kevin Smith or Jason Mewes are in them. So I did that for Jason Mewes, despite the fact that he dies in the first 5 minutes. That is the catalyst of the story. I'm not really even spoiling that. So Mary Sue is just this really shitty person whose dad is it maybe Dylan McDermott or Dermot Mulroney or Rupert Everett, Rupert Friend, one of those 9 people. He's like a mayor of some sort, and he decides, all right, I guess I gotta have her killed. Different assassins come after. You got Sean Patrick Flannery from Boondocks, Martin Coe from Cobra Kai. It was weird that like none of them were really able to stand up to her. Like, she kind of easily gets out of it every single time. And both in very similar ways too, where it's not even like that's not even unique to its own joke. Jokes aren't there. You hate the main character. It's kind of a little overly, tries to have some twists at the end that you don't care about. They don't really necessarily track here. People are just kind of wasted. Again, that kind of like B movie where you can tell like they only had Martin Coe for a couple days, French Stewart from Third Rock for a couple days, and whatnot. So no one really matters that much because no one's in it all that much outside of her. And killing Mary Sue. Don't kill your time watching Mary Sue.
Directed by a guy who's mostly just a reality show producer. So that should tell
you. Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, most of his credits are like producer of Hell's Kitchen, producer of MasterChef, producer of Total Divas. So some wrestling connection there.
Well, and then in that case, I should have loved it.
Yeah, right. And the only thing he's directed is a 2021 low budget movie called Coronavirus Conspiracy. So, oh no. Uh-oh. That's a
man.
red flag. Oh boy. James
I was
Sunshine.
looking at it too. Obviously, Martin Coe's son is in this movie as well, Jesse Coe.
Mm.
I don't know. He had a son or something active.
Yeah, he's also Jesse Coe's also in briefly in Cobra Kai. But yeah,
Alright.
yeah, so he's in this film
Alright.
apparently.
Milling Mary Sue. Okay. That's your number 5. Richie, what is your number 5?
A movie we kind of argued on, but not only one person argued on, but in a fun way. That's good. And then I think it's probably going to be in the same position as Woman in the Yard.
The Woman in the Yard. I have it also at number 5. So
Yeah,
yes. Okay. All right.
I also have a number 5
What's that?
of the most underrated films of the year.
Oh, more than 2 spots?
Yeah.
Oh, we're punting it. Sorry.
Oh, come on. No, now I got 3 people making me do that.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, we're punting Woman in the Yard. Rhonda has it higher, so we're punting it. Okay. All right. So hold that thought. We're not there yet. Okay. Woman in the Yard. Okay. All right. So we are back around to me. My number 5 is The Woman in the Yard, so we'll punt that until later. Okay. All right. So that is my number 5. We'll update my ticker here as well and have it ready to go. But then we will go to Rhonda's your number 4. Yard. Okay, we're getting in deep into the list here, but Rhonda, what is your number 4?
Smurfs.
Smurfs punt.
Well, alrighty then.
All right, Smurfs punt. Even this deep end. Sometimes you can still punt, even this deep end. All right, so we'll hold that thought on Smurfs. JPO, right back to you. So that was quick. Number 4. What you got?
Now I have Fear Street Prom Queen.
Prom Queen. Okay, so you and Richie had that on your list. So you go first, JPO, then I'll go to Richie. Yeah,
man. Just as I've said before, this is disappointing on 2 levels. One, there is the downfall and like the expectations of Fear Street, the original trilogy, not that long ago. It's not like we're rebooting an old franchise like a couple of years back. Was really fun, to a large degree. Not my favorite of the year, but definitely like higher middle, lower like top tier, like fun trilogy. They went to different decades. And even like really like there's one that's like 1666. Like they really did some different things with it here. An overarching storyline, a little bit of meta at some points, a couple actors you might like Gillian Jacobs. This one here just literally feels like any kind of generic horror film here where even the best kill is whatever. Don't care about any of the people that are in it here. No offense to Chris Klein, but you're not getting the resurgence that Natasha Lyonne or Jennifer Coolidge has had. Definitely not off of this. I actually don't think he's even good for what he's doing. This is just it's so pinned by the numbers here. Don't care in the end when you find out who the killer and the twist is. So like that doesn't get you up any either. And Richie, let's continue pooing on it.
Yeah. Also, if we're talking about like American Pie alumni, Jason Biggs has a movie coming out next year. He's directing. It looks kind of funny. It's a trailer out. So check that out. But
I'll go watch that.
Yeah. This movie, like like I said, the original Facebook trilogy had that had something going for it. That it felt unique. It had something to say as well. It was really well written. This one, it's got different pretty sure it's got different people at the helm here, and you can tell it's just like just cobbled together. It's just like let's just make like a prom night and Carrie, but just make it completely generic. The only other recognizable name other than Chris Klein is Ariana Greenblatt, who's in Borderlands, a few other things. So, but yeah, spoiler, she's in the marketing a lot, maybe a lot. And Chris Klein, look, just I don't know, man. I'm sure you're a nice guy. Just I don't know, I don't know. That's all I'll say. I don't want to be too mean. Uh, it's just it sucks. It feels like Fear Street by name only. It is a loose thread, a very loose thread to the original trilogy here, and then it goes in dumb directions, and by the time it goes in that direction, you don't care.
Well, JPO, you'll have one more opportunity to dunk on this movie if you want to on Tuesday night. We're doing our tier ranker for F movies. The Fear Street movies are on the list, so you could, in that trash round at the opening, you could throw it in the trash pile.
Maybe, yeah. I haven't thought too much about what I'm doing for that trash round, but that's a possibility.
There's a prime candidate because it'll be on the list. All those Fear Street movies, starting with F. So
I actually just watched an F for the first time. That might be in my S tier, by the way. So.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. All right. So we will move on to Richie, your number 4.
Number 4, again, I think it might be punted. Kind of pregnant.
I got an extra 3, so.
Okay, 3, and do you have it on your list higher?
What is it?
That's Richie's number 4.
What?
Kind of pregnant.
No, I don't even have that on my list.
Okay, fair enough. So, it was my number 8. So, I think this is the highest it's gonna go. So let's, we can. Or Rich, well, JP, you said you had it at number 3, right? So you're close.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. So we'll go around the horn. All of us run it. So Richie, go ahead for Kind of Pregnant.
Yeah. This movie made me realize, maybe worry about maybe Amy Schumer's lack of self-awareness. Like at no point, even the character, does she realize she's much of an awful person. She's an awful person, and you're just supposed to, have sympathy for her because she gets jealous of people have babies. So instead of I guess they're working on trying to find someone, she just fakes her pregnancy, and and it's just. Poor Will Forte in this is a great guy, and she just strings him along, treats him like absolute shit. There's and the character, other side character is a complete psycho. So there's a sort of random kid who stabs her where the baby would be. It's just holy shit, just. Oh my god! That's mental, and it's just. But it's played for comedy. I'm like, what is this? She doesn't even she never earns anything, any good thing that happens, and you just want Will Forte to get out of there. A South African comedian and New Zealand and Australian comedian Elsa Towson is in this. But should be a big break because she's quite talented. She's just given a really dumb character. I think that's her trait is that she's dumb. She doesn't know what a goat is. Was it a goat or a llama? She doesn't know what a llama. She doesn't know what I think it's a llama or whatever. She doesn't know what that is. It's just it's a Happy Madison film that it's just written by people who aren't that talented at writing. I don't want to into the parade of hate that Amy Schumer gets sometimes. I feel like, at least in the beginning, it was a bit unwarranted, unfair. But oh my god, just just maybe get a. I mean, I don't know, man. You got to do something to pivot, and that make me like you more. Because there's, I mean, I liked some parts of Inside Amy Schumer, the TV show. I liked Trainwreck. There's stuff there, but this isn't it. And if you keep going down that road, I don't know. We might just, I don't know. You might just have to. I don't know. There's just, I don't know if a film career is gonna. It's probably just gonna be on. Yeah, I don't think it's film career is gonna last much longer if she keeps going down this road. But maybe I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I thought this movie was just really bad comedy, and just really poorly conceived. You're already starting out with a sociopathic, premise here with a woman who's just faking a pregnancy, which is there's so many people that it's even just in bad taste. So many people that lose, pregnancy, due to miscarriage, things like that, and go through.
can't
Yeah,
get
people who
pregnant.
can't get pregnant in the first place, who try for years and just can't even get there. And yeah, you're just gonna put like balloons and stupid, fake baby bumps under there and just do that. And yeah, like you said, just really bad attempts at comedy where the main joke is just her like either falling on it or setting it on fire or having children literally walk up and stab it, which is like what that's one of the more bizarre scenes I've ever seen in a movie where the kid just walks up and sticks a knife in it. It's like, what? Imagine if that was this kid just committed murder. Now, just
hilarious.
That's so funny.
This kid's obviously disturbed,
Yeah.
and because she has to hide it, technically that kid will probably do it again.
yeah, right. And because she doesn't react, he'll just walk up to every other woman that walks in his right.
I guess that's cool.
Well, it doesn't do anything.
That kid definitely murders again for sure.
Yeah, that dude's gonna grow up to be a murderer. If he had no qualms about just stabbing stabbing a chicken.
But Your Honor, when I was 7, I stabbed a woman. It didn't hurt her. I thought it was that way for everyone.
Yeah. Little Timmy, we're going to need you to see the doctor over here for a second.
I swear I stabbed her. She was fine.
Yeah, right. No, they don't believe you. It's just like, I swear I did it. Because technically they're the only 2 witnesses to it also.
Yeah, she has to hide it unless she doesn't ever explain to that kid, I'm sure.
But yeah, you want Will Forte to just run far, far away from her by the end of this movie because you're already starting out with just a massive lie and she's clearly needs help. So yeah, it's not a good premise. But JPO, finish it off for us. Kind of pregnant.
Oh yeah, just contrived premise that has to, be contrived for it to go further. My other pet peeve that I've said before too was like, this is a giant ass city, but she constantly is running to the one person she's trying to avoid. Oh no, they came to the same department store I was shopping at by coincidence. Whoa, you mean like my sister is also a co-worker of this other person I'm trying to avoid or whatever? Like that happens 3 to 4 different times. Mm-hmm. Like this is the smallest, biggest city I've ever seen. They keep running into each other. Just not funny, man. Will Forte is too much like set up as a nice guy. Like I kind of was like, maybe they cast like a douchier guy or like made that guy character role where like they belong to each other, but like no, he's just like in this nice guy who's been hurt already and whatnot. And I don't know. The Zamboni scene kind of made me laugh at the end though, which is why there's another blonde lady who will be my least favorite movie of the year.
Okay, no fair. All right, so Couples having kind of pregnant on there, so 3 for there. All right, going on to my number 4, which I think we've punted a couple times. We'll see if we keep punting Bride Hard. We're gonna tie the spot, or we keep punting it?
No, we're punting.
We're punting still. Okay, fair enough. We're still punting Bride Hard. Okay. No, at least I think that'll be a 4 for 4 eventually for sure. So we'll get there. All right. So we're still punting Bride Hard at my number 4. Let me update my tickers to have that for the future, and then we will move on.
Rebel Wilson.
Yeah, not good, Rebel Wilson. All right. Rhonda, we're into your top 3. So we can only punt her number 3 if somebody has it at number 1. What you got?
Woman in the Yard.
Woman in the Yard. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
All right. I think we can talk about it now. Okay. So yes, I had it at number 5. JP was like the one who like not defensive, but it's like it's not that bad. Richie also has it, so you go ahead, Rhonda.
I did it well. It was the third act, I guess, that did it for me. Really, I was like, it was all over the place, and I was just like, what is going on with this movie? And I even looked at you and was like, what the I didn't understand that part, but it wasn't that great. So
yeah, no, it's a movie that got more and more frustrating as it went along.
Mm-hmm.
It had an intriguing enough setup as most horror movies do. I'm fine with just this woman's just all of a sudden sitting out in the yard and inching kind of closer and closer to the house. I'm like, okay, I can get with this. I understand we're setting up the characters and all that. I get it. But yeah, it goes to places where I'm pretty convinced the writers of this movie had 7 different ideas of what they wanted the woman to represent or be interpreted as or be a metaphor or whatever, and just said yes to all of them because they never settle on a single one. And every 5 minutes in the third act, it pivots to a new explanation to where I just got frustrated and confused and I had no idea what it was trying to say or where it was trying to go. And the third act is what really settled in. I just think it completely falls off a cliff. Just doesn't go anywhere. And oddly enough, would have been a better even just mediocre movie, but would have been better if it had just been a straightforward, like this woman finally just gets in the house and terrorizes the family, and then whatever. And,
No.
so yeah, it totally would have been a better movie like that. Yes, it would have. That would have been a better generic movie, but it would have been better, and I would have forgot about it a week later, and we wouldn't be talking about it here. But yeah, I just think they couldn't settle on what we want to do with this movie, and does every other movie have to be about grief or death? I'm kind of over it.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. No, that's true. There was a whole bunch of them this year, but there were better movies about that, like Bring Her Back. So that put this movie to shame.
I didn't see that one. I should watch that.
A much better one. Yeah.
I mean, like if you got 24 weeks stomach, but yeah.
Yeah, a hardcore movie, but a much better movie. So, Richie, finish it off. You also had it on your list.
Yeah. This movie, like, it starts off confusing, but I'm locked in a little bit. So, like, Danielle Deadwyler, it's actually a really good actress. She's really good in The Heart of the Falls. It's a great list from a couple years ago. And I'll get there. And then Tilda Swinton, and she is good in this, and that's just what keeps me going. And yeah, it was just going to be like, this was intriguing enough. It kind of made me it had like the vibe and the feel of like there's a movie that came out last year called Never Let Go with Halle Berry. It had that kind of that vibe to it for a little while. But yeah, it just kind of in the third act it just gets. You're like, okay, I'm not totally on board here, but I think I know what's going. Like, third act, you're like, okay, what? Okay, I don't like. You just, I think you just packed up your things and left. You're like, yeah, let's just do everything. You're like, let's just do everything. And yeah, I was like, I feel sad that I invested all that time, but you're just gonna, and now I don't know what's going on. Just the whole, it just like made no sense, and it was just baffling. So I'm just like, I don't know. There's a good movie in here, and JP will say that it exists. It's already here, but to me, Your Honor, I believe that's incorrect. That is an incorrect statement. But yeah,
John Marr, Alec Miller, Jared Diaz, Will Cohn, Aaron Brooks, Darren Van Dyne on my side.
I thought John was on my side when I talked to him about it. He was like, "Yeah, I didn't love that they just settled on every explanation." I thought he was on my side.
That's my problem. That's a problem I have too. But I think the good outweighs the bad. But also, in your defense, Jonathan Caro, Brian, Walter, Henry, Sean, Cody,
right.
Rick on your side.
Yeah.
Yes.
And all the other people we mentioned on the good side, they're pretty much a few of those people are known to have hot takes, so it's not it doesn't really go do that. But yes, this movie's not great. But yeah, I like seeing Danielle Deadwyler things. I think she's I think she could be like a Oscar winner in the future. She's really good.
She just needs a better movie. Yeah. All right. Okay. So JPO had Kind of Pregnant at his number 3, I believe. So we talked about that one. So we'll keep moving to Richie's number 3. What you got?
My number 3 is War of the Worlds.
Okay, it is also my number 3. Oh, punt. Okay. So we are still punting. All right. So we'll table War of the Worlds. All right. So we'll hang on to that for just a few more minutes because we won't be able to punt anymore now that we are getting to number 3 here. So my number 3 is War of the Worlds. So we will punt that. All right. So we are to Rhonda's number 2. So no more punting. If you guys have it at number 2 or number 1, that is fine. We will go ahead and talk about it, which I'm sure we will get to. One of those we haven't expanded on yet here in a second, but we'll go to Rhonda for your number 2.
Megan 2.0.
Megan 2.0. Okay. That's also my number 2.
It's my number 1.
Okay. So fair enough. Okay. All right. So we'll all talk about that. So, Rhonda, you start us out with Megan 2.0. What's your number 2?
Well, you showed me the first one. I liked the first one. It was a horror movie.
Yeah, what a concept.
But this movie here, I watched Pez get so pissed off. I was like, oh my gosh, he is getting really mad. This movie was not a horror movie. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't like the first one. Where she actually, was doing thing, you know, being bad. You know, this was more like an action movie to me, like a superhero. And I was like, no, that's not how this is supposed to be. And so anyway, I'll let you.
Yeah.
go
No,
from there.
my most frustrating movie of the year, 100%. Yeah, how I do. I said this on JPO stream, but how I've kind of done, and it's just sort of panned out this way. It's not like I planned it this way, but it's kind of how it worked out. Is my number 3 is always my favorite bad movie of the year that I will rewatch. So we'll talk about War of the Worlds in a minute. My number 2 is like the movie I hated my theater experience the most, like the one I got most frustrated with in the theater. And my number 1 is just the movie I feel is the most like useless, like doesn't need to exist movie of the year, basically. So that's kind of how I do mine. But yeah, this is the most frustrating movie of the year for me because we came into it and I already knew based on the trailer that we saw. Oh my God, we saw the trailer like 95 times too. They played it with everything. Yeah, turning it into this like action movie where she's a protagonist, which is not only stupid because she killed a dog and she killed like innocent people in that first movie. She's not a protagonist. Like she still did like really bad, horrific murdering crimes in that movie. Like you can't just turn it around by just saying like, oh, there's a bigger threat out there. Like I get that sometimes there are movies where, you know, a different hero has to like team up with a former villain to face a bigger evil, like a Sonic 3 or something like that. You know, there are movies like that, you know, that you can do. But yeah, this is not one of them.
I'm more mad she killed the dog than the humans. But remember in the first
I'm
one when
not.
she, I know, yeah, it was a cat.
Yeah, fuck
Remember,
that.
yeah, remember when the first one when she ripped the kid's ear off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like a kid, and she, and I know the dog was like annoying or whatever and mean, but like she still killed a dog. Like
See?
that's still a thing.
Oh.
But yeah, like it's just yeah. Everybody, Richie and I talked about this. Everybody in this movie, in every single scene, I don't think there's a scene that goes by where every single character isn't speaking in really clunky bad exposition. Like it's just everybody's just explaining stuff from scene to scene to scene to scene. There's not a single just like normal conversation, you know, or something in this movie. It's just everything's trying to clunkily like move the story forward. Even during the action scenes, they're spitting exposition. The action is not particularly good. There's one fight scene at the end that just goes on and on and on and on and on. There's character turns, you know, just for character turn's sake, where you know this person you thought was good turns bad, or this person you thought was bad turns good. It's just you throw your hands up in the air and you're just frustrated. It's like 2 hours too. It's way too long for what it needs to be. For what it needs to be. Again, I'm not against like 2 hour movies in general, but like for this movie, it did not need to be 2 hours. Yeah, easily we could not get out of the theater fast enough. Like that credit roll, we were like, I'm out of here. I don't care if this is a post credit scene or not. I'm gone.
And I want to say too, there was no blood.
Yeah, no, it was a strictly PG-13 movie.
Like, whoa.
Well, yeah. I mean, look, if they had done a horror movie, it might have been a generic horror sequel, like a Child's Play 2 or something, where it's like, you know, just her going after people again.
Yeah, but they went off scene.
But again, would have been a better movie had they just done a generic, you know, horror follow-up, you know, where she gets retooled or something, you know, whatever, and still comes after people. You could have still done that. Would have been a better movie.
Yeah.
But Richie, you have it as your number 1, so yeah, please add on to the ranking. Yeah.
The trailer gave me some pause because yeah, you had the Britney Spears hit me baby all the time, or and I'm like, oh, okay, oh god, and then like she's like treated as like sort of pop culture sort of icon with that sort of that guy going, but like this bitch was my queen or something. Like this is different, and she's my warrior princess thing. The kid says, and I was like, okay, this is different. You go into it, and then like, yeah, it's just like, basically she is, a hero. We have to kind of forget everything about the first one. I mean, there's just it's exposition. Even the kid is doing exposition, and it's like, you know, the kid's only like 12, 13, doing an exposition about this, you know, and then like this, you know, character turns, you know, like then got Hassan Minaj and things in there doing exposition. He's just like, yeah, like for the first movie, the bad boss was Ronnie Chang, and so you had to have like, oh, who's the Asian, who's the bad boss this time? what other Asians got? Other Asian community got? Oh, Hassan, come here. Yeah. So you got someone. Just doing bad exposition. Yeah, bad line reading. Where the guy at the start was like, "Oh, Mika's coming up to everybody, and you're next." But he delivered it with way more monotone than I just did. It's so bad, and then like everybody's so boring. Alison Williams it's so boring, and like there's like at the start too, it's like the terms with like I thought like Jermaine Clement at the start. I'm like, oh, I'd get on board. Like, and he's sort of a shitty boss. I'm like, I could get on board with him, like being kind of like a kind of villain. He's entertaining enough. He was like entertaining in Men in Black 3. No, he pieces out early. And like,
he was the smart one.
yeah, and I'm just like, oh, okay, and yeah, it's just a stupid movie. It just gets more, and I realize I'm like, man, I am bored. Why am I bored during this movie? This should be an easy premise. Like, yeah, but it's like, no, I'm bored. And then like they try to shoehorn in like the sort of famous scene in the first one in the trailer where she's singing the Sia song, the Titanium. They just brush over it in the second one where they just try to rehash the joke, but it doesn't work as well. It's not like it doesn't come across as natural. Just like, hey, remember that thing from the first thing? And you're like, yeah, and then it's so boring. By the time it gets to the actual fight scene, you're like, I don't care, and I don't care if you win because you're not a great person. And then the way they end up retconning her again is fucking stupid as well. I'll talk to you better off there, but yeah, it's just like. So it's such an easy movie to try and see. It's just it's a hot killer robot. Just do a movie about. I feel like it's also the second movie in a year. Like last year, one of my worst movies of the year was about robots. Maybe that robots shouldn't be hard to do.
Either that or just AI gone wrong is just like a thing where there's been, I think, more bad movies than good movies about it. You know? Yeah, like I get that it's a theme right now, but yeah, it's already starting to get done to death. But yeah, you can still do good stuff with it, but yeah, it's not great.
Yeah.
All right. All right, so that is Rana's number 2 with Megan 2.0. JPO, we are at your number 2. What you got?
You're muted, bro.
You're muted, by the way. You're muted.
That's such a good joke too. Shiver me timbers. It's Popeye time. I still did way better the first time.
Yeah,
the wind got out of myself. But yeah, so we had three Popeye movies this year: The Slayer Man, Revenge, and Shiver Me Timbers. And this I think I mentioned to you guys before. This was free on Vudu/Fandango. That's right. The paying site was giving you a 2026 movie for free. So that's not a great sign. Not even $2.99 anymore. Just here. If you want to watch a couple ads, you can have it for free. I mean, I almost feel like I'm punching down. This is a low budget, no budget movie here. They decided instead of going with a costume like most people, the other Popeye ones did, it's like CGI, but like they couldn't afford I think enough animatronics or enough CGI to where like he's just kind of walking the same for most of it. There's even a scene where they're battling him with like an axe, and it's the same animation over and over again. His face is never changing, despite how much pain he's in or not in. Just the same one face, because that's all they can afford, probably. It shoehorns in a groovy joke and Evil Dead just maybe we go, remember that better movie?
Don't reference better movies in your bad horror movie. Don't ever do that.
But 100% do like breaking the fourth wall, looking at the camera, which is not something the movie had set up beforehand. Like it just did it just to do it because they were like, this is kind of funny, So yeah, just really, really bad. I don't know how much I think I might have seen the worst of the three. I gotta imagine I did. Yeah. I was gonna watch all three, and then after I watched this, I was like, if the other two are as bad, I can't do it to myself.
Well, there's already a teaser for the second one, so Shiver Me Timbers 2 coming to your free.
I saw when I was looking at the director, I was like, "There's no, come on." Enough dumbasses like me watched it to where.
Well, if it costs $10, they're just gonna make another one. So there you go. I guess.
And like I mentioned on our stream, only a couple weeks ago, it was announced that Mickey's dog Pluto is now public domain, so you might get some.
They're
Pluto.
gonna do everything, man. Pluto.
So you're gonna get like the Mousetrap and Pluto or something, like some dumb team up.
Is everything gonna end up one day being free use? Like, are we gonna have like Hey Arnold, the horror movie,
maybe.
Jimmy Neutron, fucking destroys the world? Like,
Boy,
how does that work?
I was at my
Stevens. He gets even by murdering.
I was at my local retailer, like JP Hi-Fi. They had like 5 copies of Screamboat. I had to be talked out of it.
I heard Screamboat was one of the more watchable ones because he's small, right? I think. It's actually funny enough one of the ones I haven't seen, which might be one of the better ones. But I could be wrong.
All right. So we're moving on to Richie's number 2. He got his number 1 already, but what is your number 2?
The Weekend Vanity Project. Hurry up.
All right, so now we can finally talk about it. Okay, hurry up tomorrow. Okay, so go ahead.
This look. I don't mind weekend music, and I can respect people wanting to test stuff and going into other mediums, but this, I don't know, man. Like, just do a concert film. It's fine. I know other people doing them, and that's all. I know, Taylor Swift, Billie Eilish has got one coming out, but you can just go that route. You've got enough fans. People it'll make money. Like, this is just this pretentious fucking movie about like this tortured artist. It's just like it's things that are deep, and it's not really just like, okay, he broke up with his girlfriend, and but other people break up with their girl, they go through breakup. So what makes them so different? But it's like and then but then he has this you meet like General Ortega, weirdly like later in the film than you think, and like she's like this, there's this girl from the wrong side of the tracks, and she's like sets fires, and then she, even though they hadn't set up, like is a huge fan and stalks him, and then they hook up, which is kind of misgross because she's like, I mean, it's legal, but she's like, he's 36 and she's in her early 20s, but it's cool. But it's a bit weird. And then so she like the scene where he ties him up, and then she's just like talking about his discography, and then going through his Spotify, and it's like, this is an ad. Like, what the fuck? I don't understand. Like, what the hell's going on? And then they somehow convinced Barry Keoghan, who's actually quite a sought after actor these days, who could also, Academy Award nominee, Barry Keoghan for Banshees of Inisherin. They convinced him to be in this as like this manager, and he's like, he's wasted. I think Jennifer Ortega needs a new agent. I think it was just a vanity project. I appreciate like Abel Tesfaye is going to trying a different thing, but I just don't think maybe go into a project, maybe do like a Bad Bunny thing where you're just like you're in a movie where you are not the central thing, but you can just have a bit part in someone else's movie and you can see how that goes. But like just being the sole focus and having writing credits it's not working out, man. That because of this and The Curse, which is apparently not good. It's just like no. This movie was just bizarre to what it was just a bizarre experience, is what I can say.
Yeah. Rhonda?
It was bizarre, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Hour 45, too long. And the title is appropriate. Hurry up tomorrow, because I definitely wanted to
get to the next day.
Get to the next day.
Yeah.
I got a headache from all the flashing lights.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't even
no.
get like
Your turn.
epileptic or anything like that. But yeah, the flashing light sequences and Trey Schultz's go-to cinematography technique is just to spin the camera around in a circle really fast around everybody. He spins a circle. He spins a circle around Jenna Ortega and the fire stuff at the beginning. Spins a circle around him during the concert sequence. Everything's just about spinning the circle really fast. I was getting motion sickness. Yeah, watching the movie. Yeah, it's really bad. Yeah, if the weekend, if we've talked about that. If you wanted to make a concert movie, showcase your music. There's a ton of concert movies that make it to theaters lately. That's fine. At least I wouldn't have to watch it because I don't go see concert movies. But that's for your fans. They know what to expect, and then you could, do it all flashy and do whatever you want. Like that's fine. But yeah, doing this movie, it's the ego is on display here, and it's really really stupid. The line deliveries are bad. The script is bad. It's one of the more bizarre movies of the year for sure that you'll ever see. Like where your jaw's kind of on the floor by the time you get to the third act. Of like, man, I can't believe this is like a thing. It's just so weird. It's a bad movie. Very, very bad.
That's
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, it's just not good. Not good. Not good. All right, so we are moving on. That was Richie's number 2. My number 2 was Megan 2.0, which we already talked about. So we will move on to our big number 1s. We already know Richie's, but Rhonda, what is your number 1?
War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds. There you go. Okay. All right, we can talk about it now. War of the Worlds. So, I have it on my list. Richie has it on his list at number 3. You didn't watch it, JPO, I'm guessing? No? Okay.
I feel like because I've seen so many people pick it apart, I feel like I've seen
You've
it.
seen so many videos about the movie.
Yeah, I know how it ends. Okay. I think I know every little thing you're gonna say.
No,
because I've seen enough people like trash it.
Okay, no, fair enough. But go ahead, and then I'll go to you. Yeah.
Well,
I was excited to watch it.
He told me about this, and I said, "Oh Lord." I've seen better ones than that one.
Yeah. Every one of them, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I understand it was made during COVID, right?
Yes.
Lord, they should have kept it away from the.
This is the movie they should have locked in the vault instead of Batgirl. Just leave this one in the vault somewhere on a hard drive and just be like, yeah, you know what? It's fine. just leave that one.
5 years, right?
It sat on the shelf for 4 or 5 years.
Why? Why bring it out
right now?
I don't know. I mean, Amazon driver really is the
hero.
And it wasn't initially an Amazon film, which is great. It wasn't like Amazon bought it afterwards. So did they get them to retool to make it?
I'm convinced they did reshoots. I do not believe that the original script was all about Amazon driver, and then Amazon picked it up at bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on that. I'm calling they 100% put some reshoots into that and add all the Amazon crap. They had to have. There's no way. But it's my favorite bad movie of the year. I'll say that because I had a good time watching. You can test that. I laughed a lot. I was my jaw was on the floor for half this movie. The CGI is atrocious. It's literally first semester level CGI on your computer. It's really really bad. How that went anywhere. This concept I think you could do in a better movie. I think you could do some kind of disaster or alien concept, through somebody watching it on, TVs or computer screens or whatever, it happening around them. I think you could do this with a better script. The script is terrible. Yeah, every other thing is just Ice Cube, making silly faces and just saying, get out of there to everybody. There's clearly stuff where they filmed, footage where there's nothing disastrous going on around them. I remember there was a driving scene and I pointed out, I was like, okay, wait a minute. Are they what? They were driving, and there's other cars just driving normally. There's no signs of any kind of disastrous alien invasion going on. Nobody's acting like anything's happening. There's no panic driving, no nothing like that. I'm like, they definitely just had somebody driving around, for this one scene. Just normally, Clark Gregg has 2 different scenes, one of which he's clearly on his own exercise bike in his own basement and just phoning in his lines and does not care on the road. He's like, oh, there's a big alien invasion, but let me finish this workout real quick on my stationary bike. I'll get back to you guys in a minute. And another one where he's literally on a golf course playing golf and he's phoning in his lines. It's bro, you got nothing better to do than this alien invasion. Get your ass off the golf course and get into some government building. What are you doing? Just none of it makes sense. everything's about data, calling it our precious resource, which is stupid in itself. Yeah, not water, data. Yeah, everybody's fighting over this. They say that they shut down. They sucked all the data out of the military, so none of their military vehicles work. But the climax is literally about them trying to shut down these bombers that are going to bomb this building. But you just told me that the military vehicles don't work. So how does that working? You just forgot your own plot line from 15 minutes earlier. You can pick apart this movie literally scene by scene. It's really, really bad, but I had a great time watching it. I thought it was hilarious. So yeah, clearly the most incompetent movie of the year, but yeah, it's a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, this one's funny. That one of my favorite scenes is obviously for some reason Ice Cube's got everything in his disposal. He's got the fate of the world is in his his hands, all right? And then so he probably that should be your focus. It's a very heavy burden to carry for one person, but but that should be your main focus. But he's like, hang on, I'm gonna put a pin in that for a second. I've got to chastise my daughter for eating a muffin, and that is very important. She put a muffin in her lunchbox. Wait! No, I've got to chastise my son. He's playing too many video games. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hack in there. I'm going to delete his video game process because I'm not a sociopath. What the hell's going on? And then he can't open the fucking door. But yeah. I'm like, what is yeah?
I can hack the world, but he can't unlock the door right behind him. Yes, 100%.
Like this, I knew we were in trouble. This trailer came out 3 weeks before the movie came. Probably a week before the movie came out.
No, this trailer came out 3 days before the movie came out. 3 days
before
out. Yeah, and then it just dropped. Yeah, out of nowhere.
Yeah. It was like, oh, okay, oh shit, and yeah, it's I think that if you do a combination between War of the Worlds and maybe a Knock at the Cabin thing where the world's spinning around them. That could kind of work, but not in the way they did. Not the way they did this. But it makes for good fun watching. This movie's funny. But yeah.
No, definitely one of the worst of the year, 100%. I've seen it on almost every worst of list online. So, well, JPO, I think I know what your number one is because I think we've been punting it a whole lot. So, reveal it and we can finally talk about it, please. What you got?
Good old Brideheart.
Brideheart, yeah. Kick us off. What you got? Yeah.
Yeah, I had to sit back and go because I didn't go through Timber because I'm like, all right, that's at least a $4 budget. I'm kind of punching down already. So I was like, all right, I gotta go with one of these at least bigger movies. Netflix still has a budget. Brideheart was in theaters later Hulu. I'm like, what angered me the most? And at least with kind of Prentice, I was like, well, I like Forte. I like some of the side people. Richie mentioned the one lady who I think actually could still have a breakout because at least she was funny without having a great character and lines. I like Jillian Bell. Brideheart, I was having a tough time finding any redeeming qualities here, man. Again, I joke the shotgun wedding with J-Lo looks fantastic compared to it. I just I didn't really laugh at this. You got poor what is it, Divine Joy, coming off of holdovers, is wasted as a buddy. What's his face gets shot. I guess that's kind of funny. I don't know. To them it is. The guy from This Is Us is maybe a bad guy and whatever. This movie was I just really had to slog through. At least kind of pregnant. I was constantly all right, where are they going with this dumb shit? With Brideheart, I was more egregiously all right, let's wrap this up. It's trying to be a faux action film. The action's not there either. Yeah, it just didn't work on any level.
Poor Anna Chlumsky from My Girl, man.
Oh yeah, I forgot she did this film.
Yeah. So, but Richie, you also had it at somewhere near this number 6. So yeah.
Yeah, Anna Chlumsky's the serious. The kid that's her. But yeah, this is this Rebel Wilson doing she's I don't know if she's afraid to break out and do other stuff, but yeah, Rebel Wilson just doing her stupid stupid one-liners here and there, and then delivering them so fast that you kind of miss them sometimes. But even if you did, they're probably not that. I don't know. They're not that the ones that you do catch. They're not that funny at all. It's the whole trailers. Is kind of hinges on the fact that hey, the couple of people from Brides, there's a couple of people from Pitch Perfect, and it's like Pitch Perfect and Bridesmaids, kind of thing, but they're in an action film. It's like, it's like I don't know, but this comedy doesn't work here. There's some CGI that's really bad where they're like trying to travel through the water on that sort of was it that boat thing. It looks so vague. The fight choreography is horrendous. Like it's like with especially with Ray Wilson, it's like all of a sudden she's got like she's got like all of a sudden she's got like pretty decent thick thighs. I can tell that. So I can't tell that's a stunt coordinator. That's a stunt double there. But yeah, I don't believe for a second like she's like this badass. Like this, they have this one thing where it's like, is this guy a bad guy? Is he not? But then they still treat him like, even when he's got like some empathy, they have some empathy. They still treat him like a piece of shit. So I don't know what was going on there. This movie is just confusing. Ray Wilson's Hollywood career after Pitch Perfect's been confusing, and she's got an Australian movie coming out this year, which also just feels rinse and repeat. So I don't know. Hopefully you find a better formula, Rebel, because I don't know. I think that there's a project there that could, I think you fit well in Pitch Perfect. So maybe they can, maybe just again, maybe with certain people, just maybe to be a bit part in something. I'll be the front center. I don't know. I don't know how you work it out, but if you're making bad, maybe the whole premise of this whole list is just get better agents. I don't know.
Some people, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Rhonda, any thoughts on Brideheart?
Rebel Wilson, I don't picture her being an action star or a spy for that matter. I didn't believe it. The story was unbelievable, and it just, I didn't like it. It seemed like a Die Hard knockoff almost.
Well, that's what it basically is. Because Brideheart, get it? It's Bridesmaids and Die Hard.
But still,
yeah, it's really bad.
No.
And it's funny. It's directed by Simon West, who has made movies I like. He made Con Air. He made The Expendables 2, the best Expendables movie. He has like a hit or miss filmography here and there, but he's at least made like stuff I've enjoyed, and he's made good action. He can't even do the action right here, mainly because you're trying to do this Rebel Wilson thing, and I don't buy her at all as some secret agent, badass. I just don't buy it. An overly convoluted plot with Steven Dorff's heist of like, oh, he needs all the all these like family members to be there for all the access to the vault. And it's like, but then why not just kidnap them all separately and bring them here when there's not a wedding going on and 100 extra people you have to deal with? That seems overly stupid. Like, why would you do that and then have to, corral 100 people as well? Like, it's just kind of dumb. Like, there's no reason.
You don't want to clock up the kilometers on this car.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you could have just kidnapped them all separately and held them, and then just brought them to the house all together, and then just not have to deal with all these other people, and it would have gone way smoother. But just a really stupid plot, and it's got that thing I hate in movies where they open up the vault and all the gold bars are stacked really neatly in like a pyramid. I'm like, what? Like, who does this? Just I don't get it. And who wouldn't keep their gold bars in like a bank, by the way? That's so stupid. Anyways, just really stupid plot, bad performances, weird tonal shifts, with like violent moments that then turn to comedy. It's very bizarre. So not a good movie, but congratulations, Brideheart, you made all 4 of our lists.
And it wasn't funny.
The one movie that made all 4. So congratulations, right? Yeah. You got that one under your belt. All right. So moving on to my number 1. Rhonda briefly mentioned. I don't think you guys saw, but Smurfs is my number 1. Oh boy. Really, really poor here. Smurfs. Actually, you go first, then I'll finish stuff. So. Go first.
I don't know what to say. I mean, you fell asleep during the movie, so
part of it, yeah.
That's how bad it was.
Uh-huh.
So it wasn't wasn't that great. Of course, I don't like any of the Smurfs movies, and I watched that one just because you were going to go see it. And I was like, why not? But I was like, no, not my movie.
No, it's I think it's the most useless movie of the year. I think we need to kill this franchise dead.
Mm-hmm.
Like this Smurfs thing, just leave it in the 80s, please, and quit trying to revive it. Those pseudo live action ones didn't work. This one didn't work either. Yeah, the main marketing in this movie was, hey, we have Rihanna in our movie doing music, and nobody else apparently. Even though this movie has like a decent cast behind the voice characters, we're not going to promote a single one of them. Come see Rihanna, you 5-year-olds who don't care about Rihanna.
Rihanna hasn't released new music in a long time.
yeah. It's silly. So Rihanna is Smurfette. Yeah, I don't care. Really generic, stupid plot. Just somebody gets kidnapped. We got to go get them. There's nothing to it whatsoever. The villains are boring. The animation is not particularly good. Kind of ugly animation when you actually watch the movie. But yeah, really painfully dull. Just about the most excruciating 90 minutes you'll watch. Just trying to slog it through. I remember us just being like, oh my god, this movie's still going.
Yeah.
What time is it? Jesus. Like this movie, you feel every excruciating minute of this movie. There's one like 8-second sequence that's fairly creative where they're going into like Smurf multiverse. It's really weird. They're doing like a multiverse thing with the Smurfs where it turns into like a side scroller NES game for like 8 seconds with them running around, and that's like the one like 8-second sequence where they got a little creative for a second, and that's it. And yeah, the laziest script of the year, because every other word in this movie is Smurf this, Smurf that.
Yes.
We're gonna go get Smurfed. We're gonna beat the Smurf out of them. Smurf. If you did a drinking game to this movie, even if you just took a sip of beer every time, you'd be dead by the end of this movie. We might end up doing it for a monthly mistake. It's that bad. It's really, really bad screenplay and very, very lazy. So no
other 80s animated movies you could adapt for like a younger audience. Like, why did they try to do Smurfs 4 times?
I don't know why they keep trying to like make Smurfs a thing. Like it wasn't even like that great in the 80s. Like even the original show wasn't that good. It's just people just talk about it for nostalgia's sake, and it's like I didn't ever watch the Smurfs. I don't give a shit. Like I don't know why they're still trying to make it a thing. Hopefully this one died a quick death. Yeah. I don't think I gotta see how much money this is. Please tell me
it bombed, I'm pretty sure.
Well, they're probably gonna come out with another one.
Hopefully it bombed, because maybe they'll finally get the message if it actually bombed. Let's see, what was I'm trying to look up budget, $58 million. Worldwide, it somehow worldwide scraped up 124. But that's not great though, because to turn a profit, they say you got to make about 2 or 2.5 times your budget. So that's not enough. I don't think it's. And here in the United States, it only made 30 million. So it bombed here. So and barely scraped up a little bit overseas just because it's animated. So I don't think so. Hopefully this kills it dead. I'm done with the Smurfs.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It also came out here a week earlier than you guys. To little fanfare at all. Just like
lucky.
Yeah. No, nobody gave a shit. Just ended with a whimper. So there you go. So yeah, Smurfs the top of my list, near the top of Ron's list. So that's gonna wrap it up. I did get sent. We'll recap our list in just a second. Jordan Anderson did send me his 12 and with his dishonorables that I disagree with a few of them as usual, but his dishonorable mentions were him, which I liked. It was my kind of
I liked the movie, what it was.
Yeah, that movie's definitely divisive, but I thought it was fun. Train Dreams.
Marlon's too good for me to dislike it. I like Marlon.
Yeah, Train Dreams. He said it was his most boring.
I like
of course.
The movie that's not going to get Oscar nominated. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those. I'm sure it's not a Jordan movie. Luckiest Man in America, the Pressure Luck. I thought it was fine. I didn't think it was like that great, but it was fine. It's fine. So his number 12 was
Hauser's good in it.
His number 12 was Wolfman. I thought that was fine. Not great, but fine.
Underrated.
I thought it was okay.
It was okay.
11, another Simple Favor. Number 10, Sneaks, the sneaker animated movie, which I didn't see. Just didn't care.
I avoided that trailer.
I don't have the time. Number 9, You're Cordially Invited. Number 8 was A Better Man, which of course it's a ape acting like a human, literally. So
that movie's really good, and also I thought it was more last year, but yeah.
Yeah. It was kind of both because I think it wide released in January or something, so it's kind of
Yeah.
right in line. Fair enough. 7, Fear Street Prom Queen. Number 6, Snow White. 5, Strangers Chapter 2. Number 4, The Phoenician Scheme, the Wes Anderson movie. I actually saw some
whatever.
people, even Wes
Why'd you even
Anderson,
bother?
crapping on that. Yeah, I don't know why you bothered. Why, like, you're not a Wes Anderson fan.
Yeah, I didn't
I-
bother.
I mean,
It's
I
one of
didn't.
my
I didn't
least
bother
fa-
watching
I
it
still,
either.
I'm still positive, but it is definitely not as good as like the last
Yeah,
few.
I'm not a Wes Anderson, so I just didn't even bother that and Astro. I don't care. So yeah, War of the Worlds, Brideheart, and Kind of Pregnant. So we all at least agree on
Oh,
that.
yeah, a bit more.
I disagree with like half of that.
Yeah, but there you go. So let's recap our list and we'll wrap it up here. Rhonda, will you run down your list starting with number 12?
Presence is number 12. Flight Risk is 11. Jane Austen Wrecked My Life. 10. After the Hunt. 9. Brideheart 8. Self-Help 7. Hurry Up Tomorrow is 6. Snow White is 5. The Smurfs movie was 4. The Woman in the Yard was 3. Megan 2.0 was 2. And War of the Worlds was my number 1.
Okay, sounds good. All right, JPO, will you run down your bottom 12 one more time for the recap here?
Yeah, number 12, In the Lost Lands. Number 11, Nuked. Number 10, Dark Match. Number 9, Playdate. 8, Hell House LLC Lineage. 7, Back in Action. 6, Fishes. 5, Killing Mary Sue. 4, Fear Street Prom Queen. 3, Kind of Pregnant. 2, Shiver My Timbers. And number 1 for me was Bride Hard.
Right. All right. Richie, will you do the honors of running down your bottom 12?
Number 12, A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey. Number 11, Flight Risk. Number 10, Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Number 9, Fear Street Prom Queen. Number 8, I Know What You Did Last Summer. It's a sequel, but same title. Number 7, Until Dawn. Number 6, Bride Hard. Number 5, The Woman in the Yard. Number 4, Kind of Pregnant. Number 3, War of the Worlds. Number 2, Hurry Up Tomorrow. And my number 1.
I forgot to put that. Megan 2.0.
Megan 2.0.
2.0. Sorry about that. I forgot to put that. But yeah, there you go. Make it 2.0. All right. Sounds good. And my bottom 12 for 2025, my number 12 is Self-Help. My number 11 is Strangers Chapter 2. 10 is Snow White. Number 9 is Hurry Up Tomorrow. My number 8 is Kind of Pregnant. Number 7, In the Lost Lands. Number 6, Star Trek Section 31. Number 5, The Woman in the Yard. Number 4, Bride Hard. 3, War of the Worlds. My number 2, Megan 2.0. And my worst movie of the year is Smurfs. So there you have it, folks. That is wrapping it up for your 2025 worst of festivities. So thank you guys for joining me. Yes, and we will be continuing the series here in just a minute as I run down the schedule, at least just for the January festivities here in just a moment. But we'll go around and get some plugs, parting words, and we'll say goodbye to everybody. Richie, what you got?
Yeah, you can catch on the next wheel of movies, which will be Mortal Kombat, which I believe, we're doing it. So this week,
This week. Mm-hmm.
This week, yep, I'm on the ball. This week, in honor of Kerry Tagawa, and then we'll get back to the wheel after that. Just people stay healthy, and I think my Jeopardy match for a while before it dropped, so check that out. I might catch my best of and honorable mentions and stuff like that. Lonely Marks, catch me, and then we'll be talking the 1991 Royal Rumble, which I don't think I've ever seen, so that should be interesting. Getting the first.
I was looking at some reviews. They're saying it's actually a pretty good show, the undercard, for the most part. So yeah, look forward to it.
So and then going through our first fantasy update. I kind of am hoping over lost just there's one guy who annoyingly made a turn right after we did the fucking draft. That's annoying. So we'll check that out. And pretty much it. I'll be doing trivia here and there. as well, and other places you can pop up in there. So keep your eyes peeled. Yeah.
All right, sounds good. JPO, you're a busy man over on your channels. What you got going on?
Absolutely, yes. Over at the Pierce Go channel, yeah, we're still continuing the 2026 tournament here, as well as some other melees. Might even see some familiar faces, faces. Play tomorrow night. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. As well as the tournament that will continue here pretty soon. Me and Brian, we're gonna Michael's gonna do a countdown of some of our favorite underseen movies of the year. There's more movies that not enough people I think talked about that we're going to talk about. Me and John will talk about some of our least favorite horror movies of this year. So if you want to hear me shit on Vicious again, you've got another shot. Let's see. Lonely Marks. Yeah, we're going to talk about. I'm going to talk to you guys off air about that. I have an idea, but that we'll talk off air. And that's the main jingles there.
All right, sounds good. And I believe Richie and I are on with you tomorrow doing a countdown as well, right?
Yeah. I got to confirm that too. Yeah, or I got to write down.
Yeah, best of 2025 tomorrow, I believe, doing countdown. So we'll flip the script tomorrow. We'll talk about some good movies. So yeah, we'll be doing that. Yeah, I got an ASAT match on your show Tuesday night before Tier Ranker. Me and Chad Webb. So that should be a good night. Yeah, a lot of good opening round matches, a lot of strong ones. The JPO, will be back on the channel. As we alluded to, Tier Ranker F movies on Tuesday night. So all movies beginning with F. So a little Tier Ranker action coming at you. Yeah, Wheel of Movies for Mortal Kombat. Lonely Marks talking Royal Rumble and our first batch of fantasy results. And then next week we'll continue the podcast series. We'll be doing our honorable mention roundtable. We usually try to get some different people for that one. People who don't get to participate as much in other things, but it'll be more of like a round table setting. Everybody just bringing up different movies that just didn't get enough love. Maybe we want to shout out stuff outside our top 12, movies that just didn't get talked about enough. So we'll talk about that. And then 2 weeks from now, we'll probably get JPO and Richie back on as we hit our best of 2025, our final wrap up, our top 12. And that'll be after we do also our 3-part series starting on the 19th here on the Movie Hero Network, our ladder series, so our 2025, the 3-part tournament. So we'll be hitting all the main movies of the year. So all kinds of end of the year festivities on all the various channels on JPO's Pierce Go here on the Movie Hero Network. Malcolm on Ranko for Take 3, I think, did his the other night. So all of us doing all of our different things. I think even me and Wolfman on Here's the Thing. I think this coming week we'll be doing our horror wrap up, kind of our discussion of all the horror movies of the year as well. So all kinds of shenanigans going on. Anything you want to plug? No, you're good, right?
Just wanted to say thank you for letting me
join
y'all.
She had a few different movies than everybody else. I don't think anybody else is talking about Jane Austen Wrecked My Life or
So watch it.
Yeah, that's fine. We're talking about self-help that nobody's on. That's fine.
Yeah. I just want to say thank y'all for letting me come on the show, and I had a great time with y'all. So
there you go.
I'm with you all the time. So
okay, thank you. And she's not going to be on camera, but she's participating in our fantasy as well. We'll see how she did on her first round of the fantasy on the Lonely Marks. So with her roster. So we'll see how that goes this week. We'll wrap it up there. We got all kinds of stuff coming up here on the Movie Hero Network. So make sure you hit that notification bell. And then we'll wrap it up for there. So for Rhonda, for Richie, for Jordan Pierce, as I'm Austin Pez Howell, and we'll see you guys next time here on the Movie Hero Network. Bye.